I feel so out of practice. I haven't done this in 4 days. It's okay, though. We'll be fine. Because we're back at it again once Twitch app decides to start working. Hello. Yeah, Stream Manager, because I am, in fact, live. Okay, Twitch app, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but I'm just gonna put chat up on my phone because I'm live, so. And we will get started in about 2.5 minutes. Matter of fact, let me redo this real quick. Well, it's showing that I'm live on my channel page on the app, but... Oh, there it goes. Okay. Now I got it. Ah. Oh, okay. Glad it's Saturday and you actually get to watch a stream instead of just listening. Yeah, that's always nice. I mean... Having a stream on in the background and listening to it when you're doing something else is, you know, sometimes it gives you that white noise that you need, but being able to actually watch it, I don't know. For me personally, it makes me, it's better than, you know, it feels more interactive than just listening to it, so. And hello, Marie, how you doing? Welcome. We are just about to get started, about a minute or a minute and a half, and we'll get started here. As we go trespassing on forbidden property. Just hate work, despise your shift lead, and hate your coworkers. Well, I mean, that's fair. There'll be jobs like that, unfortunately, so. Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can. I'll leave it up to you. If you feel like talking about it, you can DM me, let me know, and I'll take a look at it once we're all set and done. So. Whatever you would like to do, I will leave that up to you. Gonna take a drink now though, because I think in about 30 seconds it'll be 4:30, so. On both of my clocks, that is. So then I'll be ready to go. Of course, if I get a little water on my hands from opening my bottle of water, that won't help me carry the controller around now, will it? Oh well. What can you do? Best you can do is shake off the water, especially in this particular situation, because where we're going, you don't want to be more conductive than you already are. The human body's already 70% water. If I'm coating the surface of my skin with more, I might come out of here in a bag. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, the Stream Edition. Hi, Mithra. I'm glad you're happy. Last time, we helped clear out Silphco, and we found out that we actually can't go inside of Saffron City Gym just yet, or we couldn't before, but now that Mithra's level 45, we actually can. But of course, before this, we weren't, but once we got here to the power plant, we ended up having Mithra get to level 45 from a trainer battle. And I forgot to heal last time, so I guess I'll do that now. But today, since we're already here, we might as well go exploring in the power plant before the proper authorities catch me and say, you know, you're really not supposed to be in there. So, yeah, that's what we're going to go do. Let me use a super potion on Stitch. I don't expect to see Stitch in battle at all in this place, or Interceptor for that matter, but... Excuse me. You know, might as well just take care of business, be a little effective with my healing items, and then we'll be good. How do I always do that? Smooth AF transition from casual conversation to the stream. Lots and lots of practice, my friend. Lots and lots of practice. Oh, not for live streams, but I've been doing video work for YouTube or Twitch for going on 11 years now, so it's actually 10 and a half, I think, this year, so it's quite a lot. So I would think you'd be okay. Well, I would think you'd be a little bit of a fan of this place, considering all the, you know, electricity in here. But don't worry about it. Don't you be afraid, Mithra. We'll be okay. It's not like you got to do any fighting in here, although I do have to do some catching because we've encountered a new Pokemon. We've seen it before, but I haven't caught it yet. A Muck. And this is probably going to take a little bit to catch. I'd like to not use my Ultra Balls if I can, though, because we want to hold on to them for the denizen of this area, let's say. Okay, let's wait that out. There we go. Because the power plant is one of 3 situations in this game where, honestly, I'm not 100% sure if... like, I have an idea of how long I think that these streams are going to go for. Like, I'm thinking, you know, we'll probably be playing this for about a total of 15 streams, so we're over the halfway point. But depending on how badly things go at the end of the power plant here today, it may end up going for 16 instead of 15 episodes, because it depends on how long it takes me to catch the things that I'm catching in here. Or specifically one thing that I need to catch in here, and then 2 other things I need to catch other places. But that's neither here nor there for right now. For right now, let's read Muck's Pokedex entry, shall we? Muck smells so awful that it can cause fainting. Through degeneration of its nose, it has lost its sense of smell, and that's probably good, because if it had a nose, its existence would probably be awful. Oh, look, another new one. Lots of new Pokemon to catch inside the power plant here. Most of them not available anywhere else in Kanto, at least in this version of the game. So, do I want to use a Raspberry? I mean, I have 28 of them. I don't anticipate... Actually, no. I do know what I want to use here, and it's not a Raspberry. I'd rather use a Nanab Berry to get him to stop moving so much. There we go. Well, that was a terrible throw. Gotta curve it a little more. There we go. Wasn't in the circle, but it was curved a little more. I'll just have to remember the arc for next time. Or there won't be a next time for right now, because I caught it already. You played Go for 2 days, spent more time in place doing the catching than actually walking, and you were skipping Pokemon a lot. Yeah, and see, that's the thing about Pokemon Go now, is that there's... When this game came out, there was a lot of Pokemon... It was just the Kanto Pokemon that were available in Pokemon Go. So... It was a prime opportunity for you to get together any Pokemon you couldn't catch in your Pokedex. Now there's like 600 Pokemon in there, which, I mean, I guess adds to the versatility of Go itself. But more often than not, there's no place to put those Pokemon unless you're putting them in Pokemon Home or putting them on Sword and Shield through Home. So, yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon that I end up skipping when I see them. I pretty much just look and it's like... I have it back on my phone now. I found out how to log into my thing, and I look... You know, like once a day, and I'm like, okay, are there any Kanto Pokemon in my area? Yes, no? Okay, then. If there's not, I'm just gonna turn it off. Let's read Magnemite's Pokedex entry, shall we? Magnemite is hatched with the ability to defy gravity. It floats while emitting powerful electromagnetic waves, and that's probably how it defies gravity. Like Magnemite, like its whole evolutionary line. Although I prefer Magneton over Magnezone, but that's just me. That looks dangerous, and I am not gonna touch it. So, skipping because you walked to a nearby Pokestop and you saw 7 Pokemon spawn in and you're bad at catching. No, that's okay. I mean, it's not, you know. Oh, there's a coach trainer in here. What are you doing here? Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice to get the catching down, I think. So, I'm going to save. I don't know what she gives, but I'm going to save anyway, just to be sure. Just remember when you're catching and Go to put some spin on the ball, you can kind of circle around the outside of the ball with your finger to put some spin on it, and then you can throw it that way. That always helped me. Well, I mean, it could be worse. You could be in the Pokemon Tower. So, all right, let's see how badly I'm gonna get my ass kicked by her Pokemon and what TM she's gonna give me when we're done. Let's find out. That's an Omastar. We've seen an Ammonite, but an Omastar is a little bit angrier. Okay, they're level 44. Got it. I will keep that in mind because this is going to be a tough battle. Going to be a little bit more than we're used to. It'll give us a good bit of practice though for when we get back to Saffron City Gym and I have to fight basically trainers from this level. So. I mentioned it before, but I'm not a big fan of the fact that they don't let you into Saffron Gym until you're level 45. Specifically because of the fact that they don't gear the Pokemon accordingly to that. Because the gym leader's Pokemon, her highest level Pokemon in the Saffron City Gym is level 44. So we're more than well prepared for it at this point, but yeah, they won't let me in. Probably because they remember how in Gen 1 Psychic types were so spooky. And so they were like, yeah, we probably shouldn't let them in until they at least have a little bit of a level advantage, you know? And that's an Aerodactyl. We're getting crazy in here. These Pokemon. What do I use against Aerodactyl? I guess I could send Stitch in. I was thinking about sending Mithra in, but Stitch can probably take the hits, so... Yeah, I don't even know what this lady's gonna give me, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess maybe Thunder, but... No. Okay, well, I can't take the hits easily, but I can take them. I'm gonna Reflect. If I don't flinch. Yeah, I mean, maybe she gives Rock Slide. It's possible. Yeah, 2 Rock types so far. That's also true. So maybe she gives Rock Slide. We'll find out. Don't know why they would have put Rock Slide inside of the power plant, but I mean, I don't know. I ain't no game designer. What do I know? Just gonna heal up because I'm fearful of crits. I would have lived, but not a crit. Okay, now we can start Scalding. And yeah, I definitely am not faster than an Aerodactyl, so... Yeah. Just want to avoid that altogether. Squirt him up in the air there, Stitch. You got this, and we got a Burn. Perfect. So Reflect plus Burn will make this a lot easier. And, I mean, I don't even think it matters what I use now. Just use Shadow Ball. Because, like, I mean, if I, you know, get flinched, then it's going to be a bit of a problem, but... Because it wouldn't kill. The burn wouldn't kill from that range of HP. But it's okay. We got this. That was a little spooky, but we're okay. We're fine. I don't think Mithra would have lived that, but, you know. Okay, Kabutops, and that means the Reflect is still up, actually, so Littlefoot should be able to take any hit, even if it's like X-Scissor or something, with no problem whatsoever. Yeah, Kabutops calling it. She's got all them fully evolved fossils. We probably won't see these anywhere else, so it's nice to just have them for, you know, the Pokedex entry that way. Let's just do another Mega Drain. Do some Nosferatu tanking. Especially since it's 4 times effective, 6 times with stab, so... I will take all that HP back, thank you. They moved the Rock Slide tutor from Rock Tunnel slightly south of the power plant. Sure, why not? I mean, actually, yeah, I mean, considering Rock Slide's move tutor was inside a Rock Tunnel in Fire Red Leaf Green, yeah, actually, that would make a lot of sense. Okay, what do we get? Oh. Okay, that's not Rock Slide. Alright. Well, I guess I got some rare candies out of the whole deal. That's, like, the least of my problems at this point, but fine, I'll take it. Thank you. Yeah, what is it? What is right? I'm just as confused as you are. Lady, what are you doing? Yeah, I guess they're cool. I mean, 5 of them will help because I would like to have Totoro's level be 52 when we take on the Pokemon League because he actually doesn't learn Body Slam in Let's Go until he gets to 52, which is really late. Ooh, that's new. Come back here. There we go. Don't you run from me. Yeah, he doesn't learn Body Slam until like level 52, which is pretty crazy. That's like a long way to wait for such a good move for him, but or at least it's a staple of the Snorlax moveset, you know. But yeah, I prefer him to be 52 so I don't have to rely on Headbutt all the way through the Pokemon League and stuff, you know. But, whatever. No big deal. Seems like the Nana Berry works even after it's no longer showing up there. Like, it seems to cause the thing to slide a little less, like the circle to slide in a little bit slower for like 2 attempts, basically. So, alright, this I don't think I'm going to get away with Pokeballs. I think I'm going to have to use Great Balls for this, so... Even then, you're still in the red. Okay. I mean, you have 1200 CP, so I guess I'm not shocked. Okay, that works. How do I do that so easy? I was always outside the circle. So you start with the... You want to make sure that the Joy-Con is directly straight up and down in your hand. Basically, you want to make like a... you want to curl up like you're lifting something with your biceps, basically. But you're lifting it on the side rather than straight back up and down. And then you just let go. You just don't move your arm at all. Just release it so that your tricep contracts and you just relax your bicep. Basically, it's a really like smooth, simple motion. There's nothing really complicated about it, but you just go straight up and down with it. It's really, I don't know. I wish I had a camera on or something, like a webcam, so I could just show you the process, but it's really not that complex, so. Yeah, Joy-Con is way different from the phone screen, yeah, because with the phone screen, you got to kind of like meander your finger around to kind of maneuver it so that it goes all the way up and down. So yeah, it makes a big difference. There's a lot more control with the Joy-Con, I find. Oh, good, a thunderstorm outside when we're in the power plant. That's just fantastic. Couldn't be more appropriate. Let's read Electabuzz's Pokedex entry, shall we? If a major power outage occurs, it is certain that Electabuzz has eaten electricity at a power plant. Does this place still supply power to Kanto? I thought it was abandoned. I mean, I guess that could still mean it supplies power to Kanto, but I don't know, maybe. Maybe it does, and they just abandoned it so that people wouldn't have to work with all these open sparks. Because, good lord, this place is not safe. That's a Voltorb. Do we have a Voltorb yet? I don't think so. Like I said, lots of new Pokemon that we can catch in here, so... how do I... Let's see. I don't know how to scroll down by page, so... We've not captured Voltorb or its evolution, so I guess we're going to be catching a few things in here. Lightning cometh, you cannot hide from the wrath of the gods. On whose shoulders better to stand than those of the would-be gods? I don't know how that happened. I literally... I didn't even expect that throw to go into the circle, let alone work. Yeah, Vein Solidor, please. Well, okay, we caught a Voltorb, so let's read the Pokedex entry of the Pokeball Pokemon. It is said that Voltorb camouflages itself as a Pokeball. It will self-destruct with very little stimulus. Great. It's too bad it has shit for attack, so it can't really use it all that effectively, but I mean, you know. I don't remember exactly where's the correct path in here, so I guess we're just going to kind of wander around. But I think this spot up here where the Voltorb was rolling to is not the correct path, so I'm just going to have a look around real quick. Hey, a Max Potion. That's pretty nice. That fully restores your HP. It doesn't matter how much you have, it'll still give you full HP back. This Pokeball looks a little funky. Somebody stuck it on its side. Oh, that's not a Pokeball. Oh boy. Yeah, so the Electrode in the power plant behaves similarly to the like Snorlax and everything out in the world. You have to actually defeat them to calm them down, because they're probably prone to exploding right now. And then I think after you do this, you'll be able to catch it, just the same way that this minigame normally works. So, but Emery can handle this. That's why she's out. Because Drill Run is just a one-hit on anything in here. Unless for some reason they resist ground-type moves, then it's a little bit more of a problem, you see. Yeah, I'll use another Nanette Berry. Why don't you pop back over here, Electro? No, not over there. Yeah, that's fine. That's close enough. And a Great Ball. I'm trying desperately to save my Ultra Balls as best I can, so... Why does a power plant have oil drums inside? Actually, I might know something about that. From what I understand... That was not in the circle. From what I understand, you can actually... like, if you look at a power line and, like, the power poles outside, those drums that are sitting up on the lines near where the wires are, those drums are actually... They have oil in them. And that seems really weird because you would think one spark would actually just blow the whole thing up, and sometimes it does. But actually submerging the parts that generate power in them in oil actually cools them off. It's actually better than just letting them sit inside of this metal canister in the heat. It keeps them cool, which allows them to power things without blowing an entire section of power out. Yeah, that's a fun fact, yeah. I didn't know that either, but now that I'm doing some electronics vocational training, I actually know that from the stuff that we did there, so from some of the safety training. Let's read Electrode's Pokedex entry, shall we? Getting a lot of captures today. Electrode stores electrical energy inside its body. Even the slightest shock could trigger a huge explosion. It seems really dangerous to have these in here. That's probably why they abandoned this place. Oh, there's a Voltorb candy back here. I don't know who left that there, but thank you, I guess. Oh, hang on. Something else here. Another one. Okay. Well, if you're going to use a Voltorb, there you go. Ooh, there's another one. Somewhere here. That's a Grimer. I should go catch that. We don't have that either. I don't think we do. Anyway. I'll just use a Pokeball. I caught Muck in a Pokeball, so I imagine this will work okay. Oh, that wasn't good. A little late on that one. I saw him start to jump and I hesitated, which I should not have. Oh well, I got 300 of those. It's not like I'm, running out. Okay, game. What were you doing? That was a solid second after I waved my arm. Oh boy, it's okay. There we go. That works. You got like 90 Surskit candies, almost makes you want to use the Surskit line. It's probably better in Go than in most other cases with Surskit, because in a lot of cases with Surskit, it's just not all that good. I really wish that Masquerain kept Surskit's secondary water typing. That would make it such an interesting Pokemon, I think. It would give it halfway decent resistances, even though it doesn't have the greatest defenses. But yeah, I really wish it just kept that secondary water typing. I've never understood why they didn't keep its water typing. Alright, this Grimer's giving me hell, so let's use a Raspberry. There you go, buddy. But, well, just trying to get it in there quick. Level 15 in Go, don't know how to do anything. I wanted to modify Pokestop picture because it hasn't looked like that in years. I don't even remember what level I am. I don't think I'm quite at 15 yet, though. I don't know. I barely caught anything when I played Go. I pretty much was just like, okay, if it's new, I'll catch it. If it's not, I don't. It basically kind of similar to the way that I play this game. I don't like try to grind to make my Pokemon super strong. I just catch them as I walk around if it's something new, so. You can't do that until 38? Really? Holy hell. That's a long ways. Let's read Grimer's Pokedex entry, shall we? Grimer is made of congealed sludge. It smells too putrid to touch. Even weeds won't grow in its path. Gross. I think there's another one. Ooh, that's new too. I'm just a catching maniac today. That's a Magneton. Let's go catch him. Okay. He's sliding all over the place just like Magnemite was. Yeah, let's use a regular Nanette Berry. Come a little closer to the middle. Okay, that was a little not so good. Great ball indeed. And then I gotta kind of curve it. There we go. There's buildings there now. The old picture is literally just a ton of in-development stuff. Oh, they were finished ages ago. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking then. Yeah, look how much he moves around without the Nanette Berry. It's ridiculous. How am I even supposed to catch him? Well, if he starts doing that, I'll be okay with it. But it's hard to catch him when he's up in the air like that, too, because you got to throw it harder, but you also got to curve it, so it's like, ugh. Yeah, like that. Okay, that works. Yeah, curveball. Wish I could, like, roll the stick or something and curve the ball, but apparently that's not a thing, so... I don't know, this one might get away, which I'd be okay with. I'll switch to regular Pokeballs. I know it's going to make it harder, but how about we use a Raspberry and make sure it... okay. No, that's not going to work. Okay. Well, he stayed still for me, so that's good. Got him. All right. More like what your experience was like. Yeah, once they leave, like, a level plane, basically, you know, like, once they're up or down a little too far from where the center of the camera is, my technique works, like, 80% of the time, but once they start flying around like that, it's a lot harder to catch them, so... But we got him anyway, so let's read Magneton's Pokedex entry. Magneton generates strange radio signals. It raises the temperature by 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit within 3,300 feet. That is really strong magnetism. Holy hell. Probably why they keep all that electricity in the drum with oil. You can see your tail going. There we go. I don't know how many Voltorb candies there are here, but I guess there's quite a few. Let's sort our Pokemon box, shall we? Because we got a whole bunch of Pokemon just now. Is there anything else that we can catch in here that I would want? I think we got basically everything in here in that little section. There might be like one or two other things that I'm not remembering, but I don't know. Oh, hold on a second. I have to kill a bot. Reason bot. Yep, got it. I have taken care of the bot. Yeah, is there anything else? Let's just watch the tail. It's right around here. There it is. Okay. I don't got to worry about random encounters in here, so I can kind of go looking for items without any problems. Okay, we got all the ones up here. So... I probably will just ignore any other electrodes that we see, by the way, because at this point we know the whole gimmick with them, where they pop up out of, you know, if the Pokeball's upside down. Because that's how Electrode works. Excuse me, Magneton. Excuse me as well. Excuse me in my gas that's in my throat. Or in my stomach, as it were. Oh, good. Another rare candy. Thank you. These are going to come in quite handy when we get to the league, I'm sure. It'll give me a little bit of an edge on some of the other stuff I got to do when I get there. Because we won't quite be at a high enough level to be maximized for the league. Like, they'll still have a level advantage on us, even with those rare candies, so... There's TM38 Thunder. Why didn't you just give me that from the coach trainer? Well, probably because nobody was using it. Okay, there's an Electrode. Nobody in her team was using it, I should say. Yeah, this place, once you catch all the Pokemon in here, it kind of flies by because, well, you got... Unless you're catching a whole bunch of them to get candies and stuff together, there's not a whole lot else to do. You just walk right through. Makes it feel a little bit quicker than, like, if you... came here in like red and blue and yellow or fire red leaf green where there's random encounters and everything. Unless you use repels, which I should probably do if we play, when we play yellow, so. Yeah, it makes a nice casual playthrough of Pokemon. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to just sort of, you know, whip right through it. Not too long, not too much grinding. I always try to find those shortcuts where I don't have to do any grinding, you know, in RPGs. I'm just not a fan of it in a lot of cases, so... Like, you really have to make it interesting. If you're going to make me grind in an RPG, you got to make it interesting somehow, and not a lot of... That is a tiny-ass Electabuzz. It's because it hasn't fully formed yet in terms of its size. Like, it literally spawned as I was picking this up, but... I'm just going to sit here and appreciate the smallest Electabuzz in existence real quick. Oh, that's funny. See, here he goes. There you go. Now he's fine. Oh, hi, Magneton. I get a sense of foreboding in the air in the next room, so I think I'm going to save real quick before we go in there. Also, who am I going to send out here? I'm going to eventually send out Emery, but I don't think I want Emery out immediately. I think I want Littlefoot out first. So, and yeah, as you can see by our levels, almost everyone's going to be 45 by the time. As a matter of fact, everyone will be 45, and some of them will be 46 by the time we beat the 6th gym leader, so... Of course, we may not get there for a solid hour, depending on how long this takes, but, you know, probably hate some of the RPGs you've played. Well, it depends on how much grinding is in them, right? I'm just, like I said, I'm just not a fan of it unless they make it interesting, and if they can't make it interesting, it's just like, okay, just, you know, grind your face off until you get to X level, and then, okay, now you can go fight the bosses because now you have enough stats. It's like, yeah, I'm not as big of a fan of that, honestly. It just doesn't trip my trigger. What the heck kind of a Pokemon is this? Are you the master of the power plant? Well, you probably are now. It's probably also why there's just random sparks flying everywhere. Watch out, Mithra! Here it comes! That's one of the Pokemon that Bill listed on his PC. It's a Zapdos. A legendary Pokemon. And I know it's a flying type. Why the hell am I sending Littlefoot out? Do I have a Death Wish? No, I want to use Leech Seed. I'm probably going to die anyway, but, you know, I wanted to see if I could. Okay, well, there goes Affection System again. Sorry, Littlefoot, but get this off and then you can leave. Thank you. Yeah, I actually liked the cutscenes that they added to the game for the legendaries. All of them get those little cutscenes before you fight them, which is really nice. And then they come in with this fancy battle theme and everything, so it's great. I actually really enjoy the way that they did it, so... Now, Zapdos is similar to how, if you played Sun and Moon, how Totem Pokemon work, in that he doesn't just have a single stat raised, all of his stats are +1 at the moment, which makes him really tricky to deal with, especially if he's got a level advantage on you like he does right now. This is why I use Leech Seed, because I actually need it to survive 2 Drill Pecks from him with Emery. Now, I'm going to fix that in a second, because I'm going to do this, but after this, it might take a little bit of doing to, you know, go from there. But now that we're at +1 on everything, we should be able to live a couple of Drill Pecks, and then I can, you know, heal as needed. He can't Thunderbolt me. He has it in his moveset, but he can't Thunderbolt me because, well, I resist it, so... Yeah, it's got that totem system. It's not a totem Pokemon, but they use the stat system from the totem Pokemon in Sun and Moon, where they raise their stats at the beginning of battle, so... So it's not quite a totem Pokemon per se, but they got the idea for, hey, their stats rose from the totem Pokemon that they use, so. Riviera, the Promised Land. Yeah, I've never heard of that one. I have to look into that. Now, I can't just sit here and tank it to death because I probably would run out of time, but I want to make sure I'm a little closer to maximum before I start wailing on it with Slash. We're at +1, so it should do some decent damage. I could even Swords Dance, honestly, and that might actually not be a bad idea. Because I can live 2. Well, I'll just Slash, it's fine. See how much it does. You got this, Emery! Okay, that plus Leech Seed will actually put me through the threshold, so good. Why is there match time? This ain't competitive. Well, see, the legendary Pokemon has to make sure that you're worthy of capturing it. So if you can't defeat it in 5 minutes or less, then it's like, nah, man, sorry. Go practice some more and then come back. But it's okay. I actually like that there's a little bit of time to it. It makes it seem like a unique battle with some pressure and everything to it. So I'm actually okay with it. Now we have to catch Zapdos, and it has 2,000 CP, and that means it's going to fly all over the place like a crazy person and make this a lot harder than it probably has to be. Hi, Cole.
Hey. So...
Yeah, but animation times, I know.
So, I don't understand Primer.
Why?
It smells like ass coming out of the can. You, like, get real close to it, and it just no smell. Nothing. Literally.
That's interesting.
I also thought I was going to get Primer out of me, but as it turns out, I went to art school. So I know how to work a can of spray paint.
Finally, that was helpful for something.
They're curing it in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to bring them upstairs tomorrow.
Well, just make sure you air them out, basically. So, like, put them near a window or something.
It's an amazing idea. Give me 5 seconds.
Yeah, go put them near a window and open the window. Also, don't trip over any of the wires. Okay, there you go. I know, I'm just saying. Okay, so you need to stop moving so much, Zapdos, so I can catch you. So, ooh, nice. That worked quite nicely, actually. Okay, so we'll try catching it this way. If If it starts to give me trouble, I'll pull out the BS method. And I'll tell you what the BS method is if we need it, so. Because Zapdos is very feisty. Definitely is not a fan of the idea of you capturing it. So, yeah, as you can see. Okay, slow down. Slow down. I need you to slow down. Okay, I still got it in the circle somehow. Okay. You know what? I'll take it. I don't know why it never works when I hit excellent, but it does work when I don't hit excellent, but I'll take it.
Down in a second.
Okay. Yeah, I would take that too. I'm definitely taking it. I'm not even bothering. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. You know what? Whatever. It works. Let's read Zapdos' Pokedex entry, shall we? It is a legendary electric Pokemon, and it's actually bigger than a normal one. This is 6 foot. It's pretty good. This legendary bird Pokemon is said to appear when the sky turns dark and lightning showers down, probably as a result of it just being there. So. And my original plan, by the way, the reason why I wanted to come here, let's see what Mithra has to say first. Well, yeah, I mean, we just caught a legendary Pokemon. Don't see that every day, do ya? Yeah, the reason why I was coming here originally was I wasn't 100% sure if we were going to actually have any Pokemon at or above 45, but if we take a look at our Pokemon box here, you may notice, if I sort them out real quick, if I go all the way down to Zapdos, right down here, you actually capture it at level 50. So that means that you can use this if you don't have a Pokemon that's above level 45 and you want to get into Saffron Gym. You can use this to get in the front door, and then if you just take it out of your party after you talk to the guy at the front door, he'll just let you right in the door again. He won't even stop you after that. So you can use this if you don't quite have a Pokemon above level 45. But, well, we do now that we got here, so, you know, kind of screwed that up a little bit in terms of catching everything. I'm too good at catching things. I've caught them too well. That's why I'm so high of a level, but that's okay.
Okay.
So anyway, we captured Zapdos. Let's get the hell out of here.
I thought Zapdos was just sitting in a room with a bunch of muck. And he's like, yeah, y'all can just hang out here if you want to.
Yeah, 6 foot. Things are literally only a couple inches shorter than you are. How? It's a legendary Pokemon. Apparently, it lives up to its name. Okay.
Okay.
So now that that's done, I'm actually going to surf down here. Just to see if I can find a Dratini between here and the Pokemon Center. But then we'll go heal, and then we'll head back to Saffron. And we'll take on the 6th gym.
I'm pretty sure that being in the back from upstairs with the fan on the window opens going to help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll help it.
Not the stuff, what the front stairs.
Was it harder to get up the back
get
stairs?
Paint on your curtain.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered too much. I already caught a Tentacool. Did we catch a Tentacruel last time? I forget. If we see one,
professional, not my eyes opinion.
Okay.
On my priming work once you're done.
Okay.
See if I can just do them all like that and paint them.
Might not be a whole lot that spawns here, honestly, because, I mean, Dratini itself is rare, and I guess I could be using a lure, but it's not a rare spawn, rather, I should say. It's got a fixed percentage. It's like 5% chance of showing up, but yeah. It's not easy to find. I thought I just saw something spawn. Oh, well, I did now, but it's Tentacle. Okay, that's fine. No Dratini for us, but no big deal.
Walks away.
Let's just go over here. Yeah. Well, that would be my luck, wouldn't it?
Yep.
See, there's a Tentacle over there.
I love how I said that and now you're double checking.
I think I avoided catching the jellyfish. I'm going to check now, actually. Yeah, because you might be right. I might have said, no, we'll catch them when we go out in the open ocean. Yeah, because we're going to see a whole lot of Tentacruel out on the open ocean. So when we actually get that far, we'll catch a whole bunch of them. But there's approximately 36 trainers between us and the open ocean, so I actually looked online to see how many trainers there were on routes 12 through 15, and there is exactly 30 trainers directly between the area that's directly south of Snorlax and Fuchsia City. So whatever's in the gym plus those 30 trainers is what we have to deal with in order to get there. And that's a lot of fighting, so I guess let's get to it, shall we? I'm glad you're happy, Mithra. Let's do a heckin' sky dash and get back to Saffron City, shall we? We caught a legendary, we're all ahead good. Let's get over there. Take on this gym challenge. I love my little balloon car. It's great, isn't it?
What the fuck?
I love it. I love my balloon car. The only thing I love more than my balloon car is my big doggo!
I'm really sad you can't have that thing just follow you around.
Yeah, like you could get off of it.
Yeah, just fucking giant ass puppy dog following you around in game. Every trainer be like, damn, that thing like gigantic. I don't want to mess with that.
I mean, they're already like that when I'm wandering around with it there. How much does this sell for? 600. Okay, yeah, not worth it to get rid of. Let's keep Mithra's little gift. I should sort those max potions. Do we have anything that can use a Thunderstone to evolve? We might. I don't need this Smart Candy or that Voltorb candy, though, so... let's just get rid of that. Not worth much, but again, I'm never going to use it, so... X Special Defense, we can sell that. I'm actually really okay with the way things turned out with Zapdos, though, because it means I don't have to buy any Ultra Balls. I was expecting to come here and have to buy a whole bunch once we were done there. Because it takes a little bit to catch it, usually. So, anything I need to buy? Top off the Super Potions, I guess. We'll probably be back here, like, as soon as we're done in the gym, so... I don't know. We'll see. Top these off. And then... I think maybe there was one more thing. Full heals are good, right? Revives are good. And we don't need any of these, so... okay. Cool, cool. That's all taken care of, then. Alright, off to the gym. Now they'll finally let me in the door.
Now that you caught one of the legendary birds.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a Pokemon.
Well, sir, I actually have Pokemon at level 45 now. Which of these is actually going to take on the gym leader? I mean, Mithra is, but... I mean, that's just... Is that cheating if I'm using my partner Pokemon to get in? How about I show him Bigfoot, my big dinosaur?
Yo, man, welcome to the gym. Let me see a level 45 Pokemon you can't pass through. Alright, bro, I got you. Summons out Zapdos.
Well, yeah, that was actually what I was going to do if I wasn't level 45 after I beat Fuchsia City Gym. I was just going to literally go to the power plant and catch Zapdos and then come in here and be like, yo, man, square up. I got a legendary bird.
I would find it endlessly amusing if they reacted like, oh, yo, show me a Pokemon level 45, and you showed them a legendary, the guy would, like, freak the fuck out.
So Saffron City Gym uses these teleporter pads that you may notice and may recognize, rather, from Sylph Company and also from in the power plant. So we're just going to kind of meander around them, take each path as we see them, and then we'll go back and, you know, we'll go from there. Hello, sir. No. Actually, I have a Snorlax. I don't need to be scared of anything, Psychic.
I ain't scared of your Betty-looking ass, Hex Maniac.
Oh my god. I am actually a little scared of Slowbro, though. Slowbro's kind of nasty. So, like, it may seem silly, but Slowbro is actually one of the most threatening Pokemon in Kanto to my team. Like, I don't have a solid answer for it in a lot of cases, unless it's, like, Stitch with Shadow Ball.
I find it endlessly amusing every time I see the 3D model for this thing, because it just doesn't care.
Well, yeah, I mean... he's just got that expression in his eyes, you know? Okay, Yawn is fine. I actually don't even mind Yawn. I'll take it.
I'll take a nap.
I took a nap earlier, actually.
You looked so peaceful when you sleep. It's like you're enjoying not having too
Thank
much people
you.
in the house. Don't worry, I do the same thing.
Huh.
Like, my naps have been glorious because nobody's interrupted them. They're great.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, so our parents went on a little trip, so they're not in the house at the moment. And so that means that we can sleep almost as peacefully as Vaporeon here. So, I might actually switch, although I'm going to get hit with another Psychic.
Like,
and I don't think Thunder Punch is going to KO, so I'll stay in, see if I wake up.
The weird thing about my parents leaving is, like, my mom and me have this room right next to each other, so I'm sitting there at, like, 1 o'clock in the morning, getting ready to go to sleep, still watching my TV show, and I, like, momentarily sit up because I heard a noise in the other room, and I thought she was getting up. I'm like, oh, wait, she's gone! I don't have to pause my show.
I don't actually think I need Amnesia. Yawn is all I need.
I also just realized, this dude is actually levitating
his Pokeballs, yeah. Yeah, he is, yep.
That's part of the lore I want to know. How the hell do people just have psychic powers?
Well, I mean, psychic Pokemon exist in this universe, so they basically are just like, hey, how do you do that? And then the psychic Pokemon's like, let me show you my power.
Remember that meme we used to come up with Alakazam bending the spoon and the universe imploding?
Yeah, because he's trying so hard to bend the spoon that his psychic power just destroys the entire universe. So this is why I wanted Snorlax, because as you can see, even Kadabra can't dent him. I mean, that does nothing, and then this one-hit KO is like, I don't even have to look. So. Oh yeah. Kind of like how this was designed in places there's a fresh coat of paint for Kanto after how many times we've been to Kanto. Yeah, and I actually appreciate that as well, that they actually took the time out to say, no, let's put a fresh coat of paint on a whole lot of stuff here. We're going on a new system, so let's make it look as good as we can. So I appreciate that. This guy's completely done, though. He's like,
look at his face.
He's like, oh, whatever.
That's the face you make at somebody when, like, you've been spending your entire, like, past week trying to get good at something, and they're like, yeah, I'm ready to beat the shit out of you now. You get him down to half health. He's like, yeah, bro, you can't see this shit, though, and he pulls out some bullshit. And then you just look at him like, damn, bro.
Okay, so let's go back to the teleporter from before. We'll use the other one, and then we'll come back to this one, and we'll keep going. Just want to try to get as many of the trainers as I can, and as you can see, it's filling out the map just a little bit as I take each one. So. Okay, so this one's got 3 different paths, so I guess we'll take them all. Eventually we'll get there.
Man, I wish I had like more cardboard before I put my minis on. Because then I'd get a lot more done today. Because today's actually nice outside. There's not a cloud in the sky. There's no wind.
Yeah, the clouds all moved off. They moved away after, like, about 4 o'clock. They all cleared out.
Chandler's part is fucking terrifying.
It's because she's possessed by her ghost Pokemon. By her small haunter.
Haunter, cease and desist thy possession. Let me get an exorcist real quick.
Maybe that's why Haunter is so small. Not Hunter. Haunter is so small in the battle. Like in battle, is because it's like some of its body is busy being inside of the channeler's body, possessing her. So like he can't project his full height out into the battlefield.
I would find it endlessly amusing is if in the future during a ghost gym there was just a bunch of like channelers, and then there's just one guy off in the corner that you run into because the whole place is dark. That's just an exorcist. Like, I got lost in here trying to purge this place and possess spirits. He's just in the gym.
Oh man. He has like 3 Ghastly. He's like, yeah, I was keeping those in a jar because they were trying to possess me after I got them out of their bodies, but I mean, they made for decent Pokemon while I was fighting. Thunderstorm cleared out about a minute after I started fighting Zapdos. Refuse to think that's a coincidence. Yeah, and I mean, the Haunter thing, again, that's just us joking. It's completely just an oversight on Game Freak's part, but I don't know. I find it funny, so. Okay, next path. Okay, that clears that up a little bit. Let's take the one on the right, and then we'll continue. I forget how many trainers there are in here, but there's a few, so I want to try to find as many of them as I can. This might take me to the platform to my right. Yes, it does. Perfect. Hello there. Well, yeah, I mean, she's a pretty powerful Psychic-type trainer, so...
Another wonky thing that they could probably do to make the fashion system in Pokemon games better? Literally just let the trainer wear anything that is on anyone in the entire game, maybe with the exception of, like, your rival and a few of the bosses.
You know, they could have done that in Sword and Shield, because the clothing shops are, like, big business in, what's the name of the region?
God,
I forget. Galar, that's it. Yeah, the clothing shops are, like, big business there. They've got, like, signs and everything all over the place, and so you would expect that maybe, hey, the trainers... You wouldn't be able to identify them by their clothing anymore, sure, but you would think that with them being such big business, or even like in Kalos, because they were big business over there too, you'd think that they'd be able to wear different things, but they didn't do that, so... Yeah, they should do that. I agree. They definitely should do that. They just didn't, which disappoints me a little bit. Nice to have nice clothes since they capitalized on that starting in Kalos, yeah,
See,
exactly.
the other thing is, like, they could do is, they could, like, make a certain set of outfits and then coordinate those outfits to, like, certain trainers and then have a couple of unique to your trainer. Like, you can get an Ace Trainer's jacket, you can get their boots, and they're the same boots that the Ace Trainer's wearing. Granted, that'd be a lot to program.
Yeah, and Game Freak is notoriously bad at programming, so...
Programming? The fuck is that?
Yeah, that's well, I don't want to shit on their day, but sometimes, see, the thing about Game Freak's programming that kind of makes me a little like, okay, guys, you need to learn some ways of, quality of life things for your coding, because they leave things in the game that don't have to be in there. There's like duplicate lines of code all over the place if you look into the game's code itself. And again, in Sword and Shield, they had the models for the world map for Pokemon that were to size to what they should be. They were the correct size. And then they had completely separate models, which took up a hell of a lot of data space for Pokemon's in-battle sprites, which were not correctly sized. It's like, come on.
That's real.
What the hell?
James Gunn's working too.
Oh my god.
That's actually going to be a good movie.
ORS has shell or sables from X and Y that you cannot get in ORS at any point. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. It's like, guys, this doesn't need to be in here. You can take that line of code out. It's okay. I mean, I guess you could give a shell or sable to a Pokemon from X and Y and trade it to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but yeah, I think that's a bit of a strain, like that's not a situation you would see unless someone's testing the waters to see what would happen, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
I recall vividly that people were mad when Game Freak started talking about, we need
yeah, that is a reach, yeah.
We need to, cut a bunch of the roster of Pokemon out. You won't be able to catch this move, you won't be able to get the entire dex. And, I understand that, but there was one thing I was pissed about in that case, and that was the fact that they would just, aggressively just threw, all of the big hitters in. Every generation's going to be taken up by, 3/5 of the starters. All, just an aggressive amount of fairy types, because they're really pushing that shit.
Where did we start here? I think we started over there.
Remind me if I'm wrong, fucking Garchomp was not in the entirety of Sword and Shield.
Yeah, I don't think it's even in there with the DLCs, but I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it is. That's so that they can sell their, copies of the Gen 4 remakes, remasters, whatever you want to call them.
I'm an ass over here preaching Mega Salamence as our god and savior.
So probably this platform is where we can get to Sabrina. So we're gonna go back and look around all the possibilities on that channelers thing, and then after that on her platform, and then we'll see if we can find Sabrina.
I'm just waiting for one of them to pull out an Alakazam.
Oh, she will. Don't worry about that. She will.
Then again, we shouldn't be worried about that, because Totoro's just gonna take that Psychic on the stomach and then just obliterate it.
Yep. I actually looked it up. Sometimes when I'm thinking about, okay, who am I going to use for this gym leader or whatever, I'll get the calculator from Pokemon Showdown and I'll just enter in their levels and everything and see how much damage they'll do. An Alakazam Psychic against Totoro at around the level that he's at does 30% of his health, which is just abysmal, and we KO in 2 hits, so it's okay. I mean, even with 2 crits, you're not going to kill me. I mean, if you get 3 hits off and then 2 of them are crits, then yeah, we're in a little trouble, but I guess I'll just heal in that case. So yeah, it's nothing to worry about. We got this in the bag. And I have a strategy for who's going where when we fight the battle. Slowbro is, again, the biggest threat, so we'll deal with that. Okay, that answers one question. How about here? And that answers another question. Okay, well, the whole gym is opened up to us now, except for this one, which will probably take us up to Sabrina. Or it'll take us to this platform, which will take us up to Sabrina.
I'm guessing the platform in the teleporter in front of you is going to take you to Sabrina. The other one's going to put you back near the entrance.
I mean, probably. It's probably a good guess. Yeah, I actually preferred it when crits were double damage, because they felt more terrifying. You know what I mean? It was just a random chance, and I understand some things where there's a factor of randomness. It's okay, that can be a little bit... I don't like randomness in games in some cases, but critical hits, it's okay, I can kind of understand them. And to be fair, you can actually manipulate critical hit rates in some cases. You can make your critical hit rate higher. So, excuse me, then you can take advantage of them. I think, and this is going to be a bit of a controversial thing to say, but I think out of all of the critical hit systems that they had in Pokemon games all the way back to the beginning, the one that I actually liked the best was Gen 1's. Is that odd? The reason why I like the one in Gen 1 the best, I know it centralized speed as the most important stat in the game, but here's the thing. Critical hits in Gen 1 the way that they worked was if you had high enough speed, you would always get a crit on your attacks, which meant that things that were faster were generally better, with some exceptions. But it ignored stat boosts that you had when you got a critical hit. So you would want, basically, you would have your slow hitters using setup moves, which makes sense because they have the HP and the defense to actually use setup moves. And you'd have your fast hitters being able to hit with critical hits all the time, so they wouldn't have to set up. So it almost kind of made everything decent, not great, but everything that could do those things decent. So
effectively, crits sort of turned, having a high-speed Pokemon essentially meant that your entire team could crank out a more even amount of DPS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn, I never knew that. That sounds amazing.
Now, again, it's not as great as I'm making it sound, but I think it's better to have something like that than to have something that's just like random. It's just like, okay, there's an 8% chance or whatever the hell it is of this happening. So yeah, I don't know. It feels more old school RPG to me, honestly, when they do something like that. For me personally, I like it better than it just being random, So that's just me, but how do I want to do this? I actually want to change up Mithra's moveset ever so slightly. We're going to give her Light Screen instead of Thunderbolt, because we're going to use her against Sabrina's first Pokemon. And for that first Pokemon, we want to primarily have physical attacks. So we're going to see if we can make that work. Let's give her Light Screen here. It'll make switching in on Slowbro a little easier. So, and then we can just kind of go from there. Okay. Now, let's take Mithra, stick her out in front. And I'm going to save here. This is the gym. Even though we have a bit of a level advantage there, this gym battle actually might be a little tough. We'll see if it ends up being not at all, but I anticipate it being a little trickier than some of our previous ones, so let's take a look.
I still think if we ever go back and do another Pokemon Beast, we should do Monotype. You can't
like us being like 3 gym leaders, basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
I did a Monotype run in Sword Shield for Poison. God, that was terrifying and amazing.
Monotype runs are fun, so.
But then again, I generally had a bit more of an advantage than most people doing Monotype runs because I had the Pex.
Toxapex, yeah, that'll.
That thing is so damn thick it could tank a quad crit and not even lose half its health.
Yeah.
You get the right nature on that thing's just a brick wall.
It doesn't die, yeah. Seeing the crowd in gyms makes it seem like a giant game show. Yeah, almost. It kind of seems like, like you're some kind of contestant on a game show, yeah. I mean, I like it. It makes it feel more... It feels more like an event, you know what I mean? Which I guess that might be part of why they were like, yeah, big stadium for all the gym challenges in Galar?
Yeah.
Sword and Shield? Okay. Okay, well, there goes the psychic powers. She's turned them on.
Lens flare eyes are on.
Activating combat mode. 6 gym leader Sabrina would like to battle. Here we go. Hey, look, she's levitating the ball, too, when she throws it. Let's do this, Mithra. Okay, so her first is a Mr. Mime. Mithra is going to take care of things for us here. This thing likes setting up screens, so I'm going to try to just zippy zap it and see how much it does. I'm hoping for like 40%.
So zippy zap.
That's like 60%. Okay.
Oh, it crit. That one. That's fine.
Now this is ideal because it means that Reflect is not up when this thing is going to go down. Now Light Screen is up, but I'll be wasting a couple of turns anyway, so I'll be able to get rid of the Light Screen without too much trouble. And I mean, I could switch in and use Brick Break on the next one, but...
see the HP move, it's just dead!
Yep. Yeah, it's like Aerial Ace in like Gen 6 and 7. Well, Zippy Zap always crits, so... Yeah. Yeah, so it's very controllable, that version of the crit. I could keep Mithra in and take care of Slowbro, but again, I want to do it so 1 Pokemon KOs each member of the Gym Leaders teams. Oh, by the way, that's only for before we beat the Elite Four. There's going to be some post-game re-challenges that we can do for the gym members. At that point, I'm going to treat it like a Mega Man X boss and like the Sigma stages, where I can just clear through a whole team at that point without any trouble. Okay, so now we need to do the terrifying thing, which is switch in Littlefoot on a Slowbro. I have Light Screen up, so it should make it a little easier to switch in, but the Slowbro has Calm Mind, which is terrifying because now his special defense and his defense are about the same, and that's not good for me at all.
The Calm Mind boost defense.
So let's Leech Seed first. I probably should have sleep powdered first, but I'm a little afraid to sleep powder because I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to make it if that happens. Okay, so I can take this okay. I can't take this okay.
Oh my
It was
God!
a crit. I'm sorry, Littlefoot. Okay, well, his light screen's gone now at the very least, so that helps a little bit. Let's switch in Stitch, actually. Was I planning on using Stitch anywhere else? Let's see. Interceptor's going to be used for one, and then Totoro's going to be used for the other one, so no,
Will this be a lesson in never underestimate a calm-minded Slowbro? That thing is a loaded gun.
Slowbro with Calm Mind just messes things up. This is what I was afraid of happening, but I'm okay with it. I do have the leech seed up, so that plus, everything else that's happening should make this a little easier. Yeah, oh dear lord! Yeah, go Gen 1 on it using 100% crit Razor Leaf. Boy, I wish. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, we'll be fine. It's just yawning. It's probably going to Calm Mind again now, because the AI in this game, I find, is a little greedy. They like to set up right in your face in a lot of cases, which sometimes doesn't help them at all, but okay, that's fine. Yeah, Vaporeon probably would have been a better switch than Littlefoot, huh? Whoops. Oh well. I'm asleep, but that's okay, because next turn the Leech Seed just KOs you. Oh, okay, because I had the light screen up still, so, okay. Hang on, I'm gonna revive Littlefoot so he gets experience for this. And then I'll just, tank a Psychic at +1 and go from there. You okay, Littlefoot? Sorry, I switched you on a crit Psychic. Yeah, see, that does a little more. But we got it. It's fine. Again, Slowbro's the challenge. Slowbro and Starmie are big trouble in these things. Thankfully, Starmie, I don't think you see a Starmie in an important trainer battles team until you fight Misty again after the league. Slowbro we'll see again, but the rest I don't think so. Water Psychic is the typing that this team has the most trouble with. And I mean, I could have just switched in Totoro, but I had plans for Totoro fighting something else, so I didn't want to use him in 2 Pokemon situation. Okay, next is a Jinx. Stitch is asleep, so let's just let him sleep peacefully, and we'll send an Interceptor. He'll be able to take care of this, and, a couple of hits should be fine. I think I can take a Psychic okay. I'm probably going to get Lovely Kissed, but that's okay. Yeah, the consistency of Gen 1 in a Gen 7 game. Yeah, I mean, if I had a Dark type, they wouldn't be problematic at all, but, yeah, that's a bit of a roll, isn't it? Well, we're gonna see. Interceptor, I trust you. Let's do this. Okay, well...
Legendary.
Let's see if the roll works. Okay, Lovely Kiss is fine, actually. Because it means I'm not dead, so...
You're gonna be next turn.
No, I got this. Hang on, I got this. Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna count that as Interceptor's KO. Actually, should I heal or should I?
Do you have because I could. Psychic?
No, that's the thing. I mean, I could switch Totoro in. To tank a hit. No, I really need his HP for Alakazam, so I'm gonna trust that the roll won't be high this time when it Psychics me.
Lovely Kisses are gonna be Never
like
mind.
It just anticipated me. Okay, that hurts a little bit, but we're okay. We're okay still.
If that thing survived with 1 HP, I'd be freaking the fuck out right now.
But yeah, Slowbro and Starmie were a mess in Gen 1, and so, yeah, it makes sense that they would be, difficult again in Gen 7. Again, if I had a Dark type, it wouldn't be a problem, but, well, I chose to be bullheaded and not take a Dark type, so. Is Jinx faster than me?
No.
I don't think so. I don't remember from previous turns. No, it's not. Okay, cool. Well, then we got this. Took a little bit of meandering, but we got this. Good work, Interceptor.
Shit.
That's 3 out of 4. Here comes her ace. So now she sends in an Alakazam, and it's probably one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, by a landslide. But we have a special wall, so that should make things a little easier at least. And I could, theoretically, have Mithra put up another light screen, but there's no safe switch to Alakazam unless it's Totoro, so I'm not even going to risk it. Yeah, if Jinx is faster than Arcanine, we have an issue, that's for sure. Okay, now...
I'm legitimately floored she didn't try to set up in your face.
Well, I don't know if this Alakazam actually has Calm Mind. It might, but here's my thing. So, repeated Psychics have a chance of dropping my special defense, which will make Totoro no longer a wall. So I'm going to yawn anyway, so that way even if it sets up, I don't have to worry about it. Because it'll just go to sleep, and then we can, you know, just headbutt it to death. And now 2 headbutts should take it out. And I know I probably could have just headbutted twice and been fine, but just in case of Calm Mind and Psychic special defense drops, let's just, you know, do this the right way. Bless you.
Thank you. I was expecting a crit Psychic right there.
Yeah, we would have lived. And it would have slept. Check back in on Zapdos, the Thunderstorm is back. Oh, good lord. He got out of his Pokeball! Oh, man. Okay, Totoro, you did the work we needed you to do. That's why I caught you, was specifically for this situation, so good work.
I was legitimately just waiting for full restore.
Nah, she wasn't at an HP threshold where she'd use a full restore. I forget if gym leaders in this game have potions, to be honest with you. I think in the rematches they do, but I'm not sure if they do before the Elite Four. So.
They use them liberally in every other Pokemon game I've played. Trust me. I know.
I distinctly recall at some time in the past saying he has a 4th one to one of the things that Cole was doing, but that was not the case here. And we got our Marsh badge for it.
He has a 4th one!
Good work, Mithra, and everybody else. That was a team effort, so... So yeah, we get traded Pokemon Obey up to level 70, and she gives us TM33 Calm Mind, which will allow any Psychic types that you have to set up a little easier. Excuse me. And it's a pretty good setup move, so... No, I don't have a Psychic type to take advantage of it, but, you know.
Right.
Apparently that's where it comes from. It's just you have to awaken to your Psychic powers.
Open your third eye.
Mm-hmm. We did good work there, Mithra. Good job. You let us off, and you started us off with a bang. Your support was helpful. Whoops, that's not the right place to pet you. There we go. Good work. Marsh Badge, the point in the solo where even the traded Pokemon would last until Gym 8. Yeah, exactly. Like, at this point, if you have any traded Pokemon, you don't have to worry about it, because they'll be fine all the way through the rest of the game up to the Elite Four, and most of the way afterwards, actually. Like, I don't plan on ever getting our Pokemon above... I'm going to say level 63, I think, is going to be where we're going to top out at, but that's... Before the Elite Four, we'll probably get to, like, 52 at the very top. Again, that's where I want Totoro to be, but... Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so where do we go from here? Well, let me go to the Pokemon Center first, and actually I'll go to the Pokemon...
if you were playing Digital Devil Saga at this point, you'd get into 3 encounters on the way to the shop.
Oh yeah, Cole's playing Digital Devil Saga off-screen. How's that going?
Oh my god, the encounter rate in that game's fucking cancer! Okay, I was in the 2nd dungeon. If any of you have ever played DDS, I was in the 2nd dungeon where you're running around trying to talk to the one lady because she doesn't want peace, she just wants to eat you. I was at the top of a staircase, right in front of a restore station. I got into 3 encounters on the way there.
So the restore station was at the top of the stairs and you were at the bottom?
No, it was the other way around.
Oh, okay.
I was walking down the stairs. 1 encounter. Okay, that's fine. 2 encounters. Okay, fine. Get all the way down the staircase to a step in front of it. I step on the restore station. 3rd encounter.
Oh, that's funny.
And it was fucking like... I don't even remember what the hell it was. It was those fucking red birds with the sword in their mouths that have way too much fucking defense.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting over there. Fucking everybody but Surf's dead. I'm like, let me have this. You will give me what I have earned.
It is right there. Actually, I'm going to buy a few Ultra Balls. I'm going to buy up to 75 in our pack. I don't anticipate us needing that many, but, you know, better safe than sorry, I guess. Although we're going to get some from some of the trainers we're going to fight, so... I don't know. Whatever. Now we've got plenty, so... I don't got to worry about it.
Give me what I have.
But now we got to go... But now we gotta go on the long road to get back to Fuchsia City, just to take care of the trainers along the way, because the next gym... Actually, we're probably going to be over-leveled for the next 2 gyms, now that I think about it, because the next gym's Pokemon are, like, maximum level 47, I think, and then the one after that max is level 50, so... But here we are at, like, 46, so... Yeah, next 2 is the rest of the game, I know. We're almost there, so it's just this long road, routes 12 through 15. Once we get past those, the game should go a lot quicker, basically, at that point. So, because then it's just, okay, Ocean, Seafoam Islands, Cinnabar Island, back to Viridian, Pokemon League. So probably by the end of next week, we'll be done with the Pokemon League. If, if all of the catches with the legendary birds go like that Zapdos one, well, then that'll be good. Most people don't even go through 12 to 15. Good on you for doing it. I'm just trying to make sure I've got enough supplies to last us for a while. That's all.
In other news, I always thought it would be interesting to go into the lore about how the gyms work in these games, and every person who's at the height of a gym is the best in their class. They just know how to use their type to the best of their ability. But inside of the gym leaders thing, there's this inner competitive thing of just you want to have your gym in this city, you got to beat the gym leader at their city with a full power team, and every single gym leader just strapped. Oh, Misty, you go back there for a rematch? Yeah, you want my real team? Let's go, bitch.
Well, yeah, they do. They have their real teams when you fight them there. It's how they... I mean, I would imagine they all became fairly successful trainers. They didn't just, test... Well, I guess they could have just, tested for the league and then ended up in the spots that they were. But I have more of a thought process where they became, pretty high-level trainers, capable of actually taking on the Elite Four themselves. And the Elite Four was okay, so... challenge us, and then we'll set you up as a gym leader if you can't beat us. And then they challenged them, and they couldn't beat them.
That's kind of how it works, because if you have the capability to drop kick trainers down Victory Road, beat every single gym leader on the way up there, and then you make it to the Elite Four, it's like going on a prize show. You know there's at least a second place and a third place prize. You're going to be set up for at least a distant bit of your life.
Right.
You lose to the Elite Four, the champion, they're yeah, let's set you up as a gym leader.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, it doesn't look like we have anybody that can use a Thunderstone at the moment. Let me check back again just to make sure. Because it's Pikachu into Raichu, but we don't have that luxury because Mythra doesn't want to use it. And then Eevee into Jolteon. Is there anybody else that uses a Thunderstone?
Oh, yeah.
In Gen 1, anyway. I forget. But...
I'll show you this.
Oh boy!
Phone. I just keep forgetting to show it.
Cole was showing me another Aurum Vale meme from Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, speaking of Pokemon, god damn
it! Oh, great! There's an Ash Ketchum glamour now in Final Fantasy XIV. They added things that make you look like Ash Ketchum. That's fantastic.
Like to point out
well, they didn't add things to make you look like Ash Ketchum. It's just that you can very specifically glamour things to make yourself look like Ash Ketchum. So.
Also. The name is just Total Chad.
I didn't even see Mythra she used Thunderbolt on the screen there, so... Alright, well, we'll give her a chance to use her new move. Let's go... You know what? We've got Sea-Skim now, so we can actually go back to Lavender Town, and we can, Or actually, you know what else we could do? We could go to Celadon and surf over that guy's pond, so we can, see what he has to say. And then after that, we'll just go to Lavender Town, because there's a couple of little sections of water where we can pick some stuff up that we missed on Route 12. So we'll go do that, and then we'll go from there. Just use Sea-Skim so that we can get all the things we missed before this point. Yeah, I know. It seems like a little bit of a stretch. Maybe put this house, further back or something, along a long, meandering road of surfing.
How does this dude go to
work? Probably surfs.
Why did I make a pond right in front of my house?
Yeah.
He's going for a walk.
Sir, are you okay? No, that's fine. And for talking to him, he gives you TM26 Poison Jab. Probably would have given you Toxic if it wasn't for the fact that Koga already gave it to you. But, to be fair, this old man might have been a ninja in his previous life, so, whatever.
I would find that endlessly amusing.
Okay, now let's go for a heck and run. And we'll head off to Lavender Town. I don't mind running back there.
So they've remixed Lavender Town's actual theme for this game, because I can never hear the music.
Yes. Yes, they did a remix of it, and they... Were you here when we sued the Mother Marowak? Yeah? So you heard the Gen 2 Lavender Town remix that they used there.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
The balls they have on this game specifically. This is a Gen 1 remake through and through.
Again, though, it's nice because they're taking the time. They know, because they've been back to Kanto so many times, so they know the exact spots where they have to put in a whole ton of effort. And they're like, okay, well, this scene is very important because, it's the Mother Marowak. Of course it's important, so we'll put in a whole bunch of effort to make it an event, you know what I mean? It's not just like, okay, well, we're, just soothing a wild Pokemon.
Oh my god, they actually did it.
Mm-hmm.
I heard those first 3 notes and I felt a chill up my spine.
Well, go listen to it on your phone.
I love Lavender Town's music. I love how people get creative with remixes with it, too.
Mm.
There's this one electronic mix I have in my heavy tunes that I listen to just all the time near Halloween.
Come on, Stitch, we're going out to the, well, not the ocean, but as close as we can get to the ocean without going to Route 19, so...
I would just like to take a moment to appreciate the aesthetic design of this town. It's so fucking out of place. It's perfect. Like, you get there. You're nailed with that music. The dark bricks, it's just...
Like I said, they know where they need to put in the effort. So yeah, probably to save on, like, some frames, basically. They don't spawn the Pokemon that you can catch when you sea skim until you're actually sea skimming. Which I think is nice. It, I mean, if I'm not looking for them, then I don't need them to spawn. And it would just be a tease, really, if you, oh, hang on. Hang on, Stitch. I'll get you out of there. I mean, you could just teleport, but we gotta do this anyway, so let's go. Literally 0 steps and grab this. TM24X Scissor. Okay. Ooh. That'll be worthwhile. I could teach that to Emery if I don't need Brick Break at any given time. Like if I need to use him to fight Psychic types. But why would I ever use him to fight Psychic types?
Don't you have Brick Break on the absolute unit?
Yes. I'm just going to surf around over here for a little bit, see if I can find anything we haven't caught already. We're practically already back where Snorlax, where Totoro was, which is right here. So, but I just want to surf around for a little bit. Avoid all the trainers, absolutely. No, we'll go and fight the trainers in a minute. Okay, that's Tentacool. That's not what I'm looking for. That's some Magikarp, also not what I don't actually know what spawns out here in terms of
I really wish that, like...
If there's anything new
had,
that
like,
is.
2 sprites. Like, one thing is flopping around on land in case it's following you around.
Well, it does.
Actually in the water.
Well, it does. It has... I mean, it flops around in the water, too, but that it follows you on land and it's flopping around, and it's actually kind of sad to watch it.
I mean, then the thing turns into a 6-foot-long gargantuan sea leviathan.
Yep. We actually have one of those. I actually named it because I'm going to use it for something specific in a little while. Yeah, this is... well, he's supposed to be emulating the Gen 1 Fisher sprite, which looked an awful lot like that. So... And since we're down here, and we're going to be fighting primarily water types, at least until we get a little further inland, I figure Mythra is probably our safest bet. Granted, she'll be a little over-leveled because of this, but, it's fine. And yeah, as you can see, the trainers that are in here, not exactly high-level Pokemon compared to what we've just been fighting, so... I don't know when you're supposed to come to routes 12 through 15. Like, I feel like the way that the game is designed, you're either supposed to go down Pokemon Road, which is far more entertaining because you can ride around on a whole bunch of Pokemon there, or, excuse me, you're supposed to go from routes 12 through 15 if you want to be boring. But fight more trainers while you're going. It gives you access to more trainers if you go down this route. But yeah, I don't even know when you're supposed to come down here, because at this point, we just kill everything. Like, it's not even a contest. I mean, the only reason you come here is if you really want the TMs, but I don't know if any of them are particularly useful for me. Actually, no, that's not true. One of them will be, but you can literally get to it by just going from Fuchsia City, so it's on Route 15. Yeah, you're supposed to either do one or the other, I think. I feel like it would have been more balanced if they, like, changed it so that you could do... I don't think Stitch is going to be able to walk around out here because it keeps getting stuck. I'll figure it out.
You know...
What do you think, Stitch? Oh, thank you.
I still find it endlessly amusing. Oh, hello, Amnesiac.
Is this the move deleter? Yeah, that's why no one goes down 12 through 15. It isn't worth it to most people. Yeah, I'm just doing it because, I want to show off the whole game, so... But it's not. It's just gonna... The only thing that routes 12 through 15 are gonna do for us is they're gonna over-level us for the next couple of gyms, which really isn't my cup of tea, but, I want to show the whole region. It's important. in the move deleter. I mean, I think they told us something about this guy, though. They said that he was like a... I think we got a hint. Like, they said that he was like a dazzling old man or something, so... I don't know what it happens if you say move deleter, though, so let's see. Well, apparently that's not right. Let's try again, shall we? Well, if you're not the move deleter, then you must be Mr. Dazzling. Even if you're not Mr. Dazzling, then apparently you are now, so... And for telling him who he is, he gives you TM32 Dazzling Gleam. So yeah, he is Mr. Dazzling. He just couldn't remember. I don't know why he couldn't remember. You'd think all he'd have to do is take a look at the TM and he would remember, but whatever.
You know, when I think about, like, Pokemon games and I look back on them, in terms of, like, the crazy team leaders that left the most impact on me, one would definitely be Giovanni. The next one would be, like, Getsus. And then there's, what's his name? Which one? Platinum.
Cyrus?
Cyrus. And then I look back on, like, Sword and Shield and the big bad in there, and I listen to his theme, I'm like, this is the most intimidating Pokemon battle theme I've ever heard, and this dude's not even evil. Like, literally. He's not even evil.
Yeah, I don't know.
He gets a legendary level battle theme. The fuck is this?
I'll be honest with you, I don't remember a whole lot of Sword and Shield because I barely... Well, it's not that I barely played it, but it's that I didn't really... I guess I didn't really pay too much or enough attention as it is to...
TLDR, his assistant's more evil. Crazier.
Well, that's just great.
Anime's good.
Oh, boy. Okay, so this is what, the second trainer of 30 that we have to deal with before we get out of here? Oh boy. Yeah, the rest of this episode is probably just going to be us going through routes 12 through 15, so there ain't going to be a whole lot going on for the rest of this. I really, honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to come up with an hour's worth of commentary for this area, but whatever.
Take a nap and leave the stream and go on auto.
Sword and Shield sound like the story fell apart at the end. Stop counting, it makes it worse. I know! I gotta stop. It's not gonna make this go any faster, so... Oh well. I'll see what I can come up with. Well, there's another Water Stone. I didn't want to wait to get this one for free, though, to get Stitch, because, well, I would have had an Eevee until just now, so... That seems like a long ways to wait, you know. That guy's gonna see me as soon as I come off the menu. I wonder if I could use the, that glitch that you could do in Gen 1 where you fly away and he sees me as I fly away. And then, like, I could spawn a Mew. No, that's not a thing in this game, unfortunately. There is something based on the way that people used to think you could spawn Mew that they actually put a little Easter egg into the game for, but we'll talk about that in the post-game. We're not going to do it just yet.
Is Mew even in this game?
Yes, Mew is in this game, but...
Is it under a truck?
No. You have to buy a peripheral accessory that costs $50 in order to get Mew.
That's dumb.
I know! It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Let's use Splishy Splash. We haven't used this yet. She looks like she's having so much fun. It's like old school. I'm going for 2.0 to Heaven's Ward in 14. People counted how many quests they had left. Why? Yeah, you can get Mew, but you need to pay like $50 in order to get him. So it's a little ridiculous. I would never even bother. It just seems like a waste.
I mean, honestly. The only expansion I ever counted how many quests I had left was Stormblood, and I think I don't need to say why.
Well, because you played Stormblood twice.
Listen.
All the way through.
I don't know why the fuck I did that, but I did.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you want a Mew now in Let's Go, you can't even find a Pokeball Plus. So, like, how do you... I don't know. It just seems like a waste, really, because it's only going to be relevant for, like, 6 months, maybe, at the most. So, I don't know. It just seems like a waste. If it had, like, they still integrated the Pokeball Plus into, like, Sword and Shield somehow, it would make more sense. But it's not. It's just... They just had it a peripheral, pay $50, we'll give you a Mew, and then they threw it in the trash bin. Like, what are you doing?
That's crazy.
It's cheaper for a Pokemon Bank subscription and a VC Crystal, which nets you a Celebi, which is cooler. Yeah, and you, like you said, it's actually cheaper to just get the subscription to Pokemon Bank and then take the Celebi that you can catch in your Gen 2 Crystal that you can get on your 3DS and trade it all the way over. It's like, come on.
I remember that time.
This was not a smart decision. I don't know. Like I said, I like a lot of the things that they did in this game, just mainly with like the aesthetic and stuff like that. I appreciate a lot of the aesthetic work they did in this game. But some of the decisions that they made, I guess were like... I should have seen some of the things that happened in Sword and Shield coming because they almost told you what they were going to do in some of the cases in this game. But I don't know. Oh yeah, and there's coach trainers on these routes, so it's another reason why you'll want to head on this route. Even if you don't fight the other trainers, it's worth it to fight the coach trainers because they'll give you some stuff. On top of that, yours is shiny, so why is Pokeball Plus even a thing? Yeah, I know. If you can get a and that's the thing, is you took that time to get the shiny Celebi, but now you can put that anywhere. You can put it in Bank, and then you can take it to any of your Pokemon games.
How many resets
so it's like
Marine?
6,000 something, I think, if I recall correctly. No, I mean, that's actually not too bad. That's about right, because you have like a 1 in 8,000 something chance in Gen 2 of getting a shiny. So that's actually better than the odds.
Listen,
So.
y'all want to hear something sad? I've never encountered a shiny. Ever. In 20-something years of life playing Pokemon games. Never once.
I've encountered several shinies, but most of them were Geodude. At level 20-something. With, guess what? Self-destruct.
6,491 in the course of 52 hours and 22 minutes of resets.
Again, better than the odds, though. So. Oh, good. Snorlax is in his natural habitat.
I've always wanted a shiny Salamence. I'm never going to have the patience for that shit, though.
It's really hard to find, really. That's the thing. Although I think you can do some chain capture stuff in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which will make chaining Bagon a lot easier. So then you can actually catch a shiny Bagon and evolve it. I have Alpha Sapphire, if you ever want to try it, by the way.
It's okay. I'm emotionally preparing myself for the Diamond Pro Platinum remakes.
Want to breed a Bagon for your chain one through SOS in Gen 7?
That's a great question. I'll think about that.
If he ever plays Sword and Shield again, he'll think on it.
I'll watch this full through. I want you to guess what that video is about.
I don't know. It's not like an apology video, is it?
So he dropped off the face of the earth for like 7 months, right?
Oh.
For like a couple months, right? YouTube channel almost gets completely fucked over, and then he posts that. You'll never guess what he was doing while he was gone.
I don't know. What?
Building a PC.
Oh. For 7 months? Holy crap, that's a long time.
He started in September.
What do I use against this?
And he only just now got one video out.
Wow.
I thought I had problems building a PC.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Jesus
evidently finding
Christ.
graphics cards are a bit of a problem. Although, apparently, I got a notification from Streamlabs when I opened it up before doing the stream. Apparently, they're doing some sort of contest where they give away an RTX 3070, and I'm like, I'm gonna get scammed if I do this. There's no way. I'm not even gonna... Like, I know that it's a really expensive, high-end piece of PC equipment, but, like, I'm not gonna get scammed for this. Someone's gonna, like, take my identity or some shit if I try to do this.
I keep telling you, if you want to build a PC, just ask me and wait.
Oh no,
like a
I
year.
know, and I'm not planning on building a PC yet, so I'll ask you months in advance from when I'm actually planning on doing it, so we can find a graphics card.
And also, Jesus Christ, just bring it to that computer shop after we build the whole thing so they can troubleshoot everything. And also, don't buy Windows. I have an extra copy sitting in my room.
Okay, I will keep that in mind, and we will censor that part so the government can't hear us. Oh wait, this is a live stream. I can't censor anything.
Joke's on you. I bought it.
I mean, it's fine. He's giving me permission. It's probably fine. I don't know.
What are they gonna do? Come to my house and confiscate it?
FBI, open up!
This is the part where if I had a soundboard, I'd be having a blast.
Literally, because you'd be blowing the door open. Can barely see that item in there, but we got a max lure. Okay, cool. That's a Kingler. Hi, Kingler. I like how big its crab claw is in this one. It seems so appropriate for
That's
Kingler
terrifying.
size, you know. Yeah, he's
It's
about
like that meme where the hand's reaching under the screen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, an Onyx almost ate me in Rock Tunnel earlier, so.
Excuse me?
Like, if you go back to the episode where I was in Rock Tunnel, I didn't expect to find an Onyx. And I was going into my bag to reach for the next Pokeball, and Onyx is about to like reach out like this with his mouth wide open, like he's gonna eat me. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, apparently they let you just have Dream Eater from a TM there. I mean, whatever, it's fine. It's for Pokemon that can't, you know, use it normally unless they. I mean, I guess some of them have sleep moves, but they don't have anything to do with sleep moves.
It has 10,000 horsepower strength.
That's a lot.
That's more than a fucking crocodile, I'm pretty sure.
However, it's too heavy. Let's read the whole Pokedex entry, shall we? Kingler's one claw grew massively and is as hard as steel. It has 10,000 horsepower strength, however, it is too heavy. Well, that sucks. Sorry, buddy. Good lord, that's evolution cucking you if I've ever heard of evolution cucking anybody.
For those of you who don't know, just look up an alligator, like, just snapping its jaw shut, and you'll understand what I mean by that's more than a fucking alligator. Like, it sounds like a gun going off.
Well, you need to distinguish between an alligator and a crocodile, because alligators are, like...
I think you can tell by their heads.
Lazy by comparison to crocodiles. Crocodiles are just killing machines. Like, they will kill everything. They don't care. That's what they're built to do.
To be fair, both of them have around the same bite force, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's just that alligators usually don't use it because they're just kind of like lazy, I guess, by comparison to crocodiles. Crocodiles will use it, though.
Both of them are equally terrifying. One
of them
just has bite to back it up.
Oh, sure. It's just that one of them is angrier than the other.
So it's bees versus hornets.
Yeah.
But lizards.
Yeah, basically.
Like, bees will fucking murder you.
But only if you really piss them off. Same thing with an alligator. A crocodile will just do it if you're in its territory.
And to use the hornet example I had earlier, a hornet will fly from its nest, chase you a mile away, cling onto the wing of the plane you're flying away on, and then sting you when you get off the plane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about right.
Wasps, they'll only chase you the mile, and once you get to the plane, they're like, oh, fuck it, he's gone.
I wonder if Kingler's height, like, it says he's smaller than 4 feet, but I wonder if that height is based on, like, without the claw, you know? Because the claw itself is probably, like, 3 feet tall. So, I don't know.
I think it's a lethal weapon. I think it could, like, cut steel.
Mm-hmm. Well, it could. It's harder than steel, so, or hard as steel. So it probably could cut steel with it. It's probably in one of its Pokedex entries. I don't know. Oh, boy.
Oh god, he's gone.
Yeah, apparently it was super effective. I took a nap before the stream, and I'm still a little tired. I guess I'm not that tired, but, you know, it's still more than I expected to be when I got here. I deny. Could probably get through the rest of routes 13 through 15 while taking another nap, honestly. Oh boy. You could probably catch some halfway decent Pokemon besides just Pidgey and Pidgeotto in the grass there. Hey, look, there's a Farfetch'd. Well, probably go away before I get there, because in order to get to that patch of grass, you have to go into the gate maze that's over here to the left of us. We'll see that in a minute, and then you got to go all the way around to get there. So we'll see if we can find another one, and I'll try to catch it, but yeah. But there are some pretty nifty Pokemon you can catch on these routes if you decide you want to make the trek out here. Your exclusive bug Pokemon is on Route 15 if you so choose. This version, Let's Go Pikachu gets Scyther, if I remember right, and then Pinsir is available in Let's Go Eevee, so.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's tricky.
I'm much more of a Scyther man myself.
I prefer Scyther over Pinsir personally, although I usually prefer Scyther over Pinsir because it can evolve into Scizor, which is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. But in this game, it can't evolve into
Scyther's
Scizor,
such a strange thing, maybe because sometimes I forget like what its typing is, because it looks like a fucking dragon. Like, it looks like a lizard.
It's a praying mantis.
It's a praying mantis?
I think. I mean, I don't see what else it could be. I'm poisoned again. Like, poison is just going to be the troll face of this playthrough, isn't it? It's just going to follow me everywhere. Oh boy.
It is a praying mantis. Oh my god, 40. What the fuck?
His world just opened up, folks.
My worldview just shifted. Wait, praying mantises don't have wings, do they?
Some of them do.
That's terrifying.
It's a praying mantis. What's the worst it can do? Keep your finger clawed in its little teeny tiny pincers?
Have you seen those things? things?
I mean,
They're terrifying.
I know they can be big. I've seen a praying mantis outside. It's not that bad. They're like
Here they're not bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess here they're not bad. But why would you go into like a jungle or something where there's praying mantises that could actually, cut your finger off? Like, why would you want to?
Fucking terrifying, dude. Like,
Why would
if I ever saw a centipede that was like longer than my arm, I'd just burn the continent.
Oh, good lord! Don't go to Africa, man.
I was never planning
every
to.
bug grows bigger in Africa. I swear, it's ridiculous.
Tarantulas, though, they're fine. Some of them just eat birds.
Tarantulas are cool, though. I actually like tarantulas. They're interesting little spiders.
Tarantulas are funny to me because, like, even like the Goliath bird eaters, which are like bigger than most people's hands, if they fall the wrong way, they're just dead.
Yeah, and that's sad.
It really is sad because, like, you'd think Goliath bird eaters are like built different. No, they're not.
Well, isn't it because spiders have like? Do they have an exoskeleton? I don't think they have an exoskeleton, but they have like a.
They have like a carapace.
Yeah, they have like a carapace, and then their skeleton is like directly on top of it. So if they take a hit, like a hard hit to their carapace, it just shatters their spine, which really sucks for the spider. So, oh, that's a Chansey.
How it seems like everything that's poisonous, with the exception of a few small things. Why are they the ones that are angry animals? Like, have you ever seen a black widow feed? It's so freaking creepy.
No, the spider videos that I've seen are mostly tarantula videos because tarantulas they just crawl, man. They're just doing their own thing. Whatever.
Fluffy babies. It's just some of them are angrier than others.
Yeah. You were listening. What about a praying mantis? Oh, we were just talking about big bugs, basically. And Cole wasn't aware that Scyther was a praying mantis, so...
It looks like a lizard! Like, look at its head and you tell me that's not a lizard. That's a kobold at the very least.
I mean, whatever, I don't know. I always just look at its arms and I'm like, okay, that's a praying mantis.
No, actually, I know what the thing is that makes me weird. Praying mantises have, like, the biggest eyes, and that thing just has, like, regular eyes.
It has, like, reptile eyes. It has, like, predator eyes, basically.
Exactly.
You know? So, yeah, I mean, I understand that part, but... Oh, it's actually not as difficult to get back here as I thought. Also, that lady should know that there's no distinction between male and female Pokemon. They're equally effective. So, I mean, it's more dependent on their natures and everything. And yeah, I've been sorting all through the whole game, but, well, if you haven't, now you know how. So, also, we got a golden pineapple berry from that one little section over there where there's a hidden item. And we're going to read the sign in a little bit. I never understood that part, though. I'm going to actually go back so I can show you the part that I'm talking about. So, normally, if you're going to come on these routes in route order, you're going to come down Route 12 and end up over here. And you're going to go all the way over here. Sorry, Stitch. You can come this way. There you go. You're going to go all the way over here, and you're going to grab this item. That sign over there says, check to the right of this sign. Like you're going to come up the other way for some reason. Then why isn't the route coming out of Fuchsia Route 12 if you wanted to put the sign there? Like, I never understood that.
Check to the right. Me forgetting what left and right is because I play 14 in raids.
Oh my god. Larbird.
Don't even start
Larboard
that
and
shit.
Starboard.
If I ever do that call out, I want you to, like, kill me.
Just rescue you off a cliff.
Exactly. I'm gonna say Larbird Cleave, and then I'm just gonna get rescued off a cliff and say immediately, yeah, I deserve that.
Nidoran male versus female. I mean, yeah, I guess Nidoran male is more offensively oriented then, and then Nidoran female is more defensively oriented. But I guess it just depends on what you need them to do, you know? So, let's grab this and see if we can find anything interesting in this grass besides just Pidgey and Pidgeotto, which we already had. Hi, Pidgeotto. Sorry, I don't need you.
I started with my new static last week, which isn't technically formed yet. We're just doing 9 and 10 re-clears, and I wish I was joking about this.
Oh.
We cleared 9 and 10 in like 45 minutes. Like 1 pull for 9, 4 pulls for 10.
That's pretty good.
And we had a red mage that had never seen the fight past like the first tank buster.
We don't have a Gloom yet, do we? And actually, I'll get an experience bonus if we don't, because that's a small Gloom. Nope, we got an Oddish, but not a Gloom. Well, time to catch it, and then we'll have something to use our Leaf Stone on. Should take a nap, bro. I'll use a Raspberry, sure, why not? Make it a little easier. Wow, that's a lot easier. Went from red all the way down to yellow. Yeah, I could have checked in the Pokedex, yeah. I just keep checking the box instead. But... And actually, there's a way that you can tell as well. Like, if you go into a battle and the screen will start, like, out here, where the catch screen is, if you've caught it before. if you haven't caught it before, it'll play like a little dynamic intro where you see the Pokemon pop out, and then it does a little spin or whatever the hell it does to show that you haven't caught it before. I can't believe. It took a solid second to recognize it again. And this is going to be the one where I catch it, yep. I don't understand. Oh, we got some more levels, so that'll work. So Mithra is now at the same level as the next gym leader's highest level Pokemon, so. Yeah, the RNG giveth and the RNG taketh away, indeed, for sure. Hello, Oompa Loompa Loompal. Oompa Loompal? Is that how you pronounce that? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We are on Route 13. That is a 1 foot 11 inch tall Gloom. And we're going to read its Pokedex entry. Gloom smells incredibly foul. However, around 1 out of 1,000 people enjoy sniffing its nose-bending stink. Gross.
I would find it endlessly amusing of just like a little comic of somebody having a Gloom and being 1 in 1,000, and they just live in their house. Somebody walks in and they just fall over immediately. Hey, Rick, how you?
Just drop directly in front of them.
Why does everyone keep doing that? And there's just like a bunch of people who just passed out.
I've caught a lot because the catching minigame in this game makes it so that you don't have to worry about like accidentally fainting them. Yeah. So I've caught a lot. I'll check my Pokedex in a little bit just to see exactly how many, but I've caught a lot.
Man, like,
let's evolve our Gloom with that Leaf Stone, shall we?
Catching legendaries.
I just remembered on Fire Red I had an Executor. Grass type.
Yeah.
That thing was...
I should probably get another Leaf Stone in case I get an Execute.
It was really good. I just remembered I had one right here. I can't remember my 6 Pokemon is still for the life of me.
I can't believe this thing just dead ass has like...
Could have been a Hitmonlee if I had a fighting type.
That sounds right, actually. Yeah, Hitmonlee sounds
or
right.
It was either that or Machamp. I just don't remember which. I think it was Hitmonlee though.
One of the two. I'm interested in trading the trade evolutions and Pikachu version specific Pokemon. You have no friends, so can't complete the Pokedex. I'm sorry to hear about the no friends part. I unfortunately don't have Nintendo Switch Online, so I couldn't trade with you at the moment.
Are you sure you don't? I could have sworn I remember.
I'm pretty sure we don't. I mean, I didn't look, but...
I mean, it's my Switch.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's your Switch, so if you ended up doing it. Okay, you do that. You do that, Cole. Go ahead. Go back. Okay, back, Cole. But yeah, as far as I know, I don't have Nintendo Switch Online on this Switch. It's not my Switch, so I haven't checked it, but I just assumed that we didn't have it. If we have it, and I guess I'll let you know if you come to one of the other streams. I'll let you know if we have it. I can trade you some of them. I don't have all of the version exclusives, but I have a few of them, so. Let's read Vileplume's Pokedex entry while we're at it. Vileplume flaps its broad flower petals to scatter its poisonous pollen. The flapping sound is very loud. So it goes from having a horrible stench to having a horrible stench and being incredibly loud. Okay. That's fine. No, you're fine, Oompa Loompa. No interruption. No big deal. It's fine. You're not interrupting me. I'm on between routes 12 and 15 at the moment anyway, so I need to find things to talk about because it's just a slog of trainers that I'm fighting at the moment, so it's no big deal. I don't mind chatting. That's probably good enough for now. I didn't see Farfetch'd respawn, so I guess we'll wait and see. But, yeah, we'll go from there. Oh, it's the first time I've gotten a, spam text message in a while. Not in my chat, by the way. I got a spam message on my phone, which is where I'm holding my chat up while I'm streaming. So, we did get a bot earlier, but I took care of that pretty quickly, so. Alright, Stitch, let's do it. Let's take care of this Graveler that has Earthquake already. Boy, that would be nice, but unfortunately I don't have Geodude or... Well, I have a Geodude, if I recall correctly, and I think I even have a Graveler, but... Yeah, not using them for my team, so... Yeah, it was one of the wannabe famous bots, yeah. They're everywhere on small channels, from what I understand. I've seen them on several of my friends who also have smaller streams. So they're like... I usually don't see them too often on my streams, but depending on how big of a small channel you are, a bit of an, oxymoron, but whatever. Depending on how big of a small channel you are, you could see them like once a stream. It's pretty ridiculous, so... Yeah, they're all over the place, yep. Oh, it's a pain, but it's not really that problematic to ban them. It's just like, okay, hold down their name and then hit ban. Done. Whatever. You clever little sneak. You paralyzed me and then you anticipated my flamethrower. How clever of you. It's okay, though. Still take care of it. He might have a potion. I kind of want to see if he does. Some of these trainers have potions when you wouldn't expect them to. Let's see. Okay, so I was going to say, if I get paralyzed here, I'm probably just going to switch in Emery because that'll get around the fact that he's using light screen. I was going to switch Emery in to begin with, but I said, well, you know, I should probably get Interceptor some experience because it takes him longer to get the levels that everybody else gets, so... Because, you know, the other 4 people in our party besides him and Totoro have, like, either medium or medium fast experience total. So they get their levels, like, really quickly by comparison to everybody else. And I think Totoro and Interceptor are both slow in their experience, which means they need more than everybody else, basically. It takes a little bit, but whatever. No big deal. Alright, what else you got, Ace Trainer? Kite? Got a Haunter. I could stand and drill run. Might get hit with a Shadow Ball, but I'll do it anyway. Don't know what to make for dinner. So I've been playing a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV off-screen lately. I know that how is this related to dinner? I'm getting to it. I just KO'd through burn. Holy crap. I mean, Haunter's defense is low, so... I've been playing 14 off-screen because I've been getting stuff ready for when we eventually do the stream of Shadowbringers and then eventually Endwalker. And one of my free company members is named Pesto Saucy. So I've been craving pesto for like a week now, and I don't have the basil and stuff to actually make the homemade pesto, so I kind of don't want to go out and just buy pesto because it's never as good as when you make it yourself, you know what I mean? But yeah, that would be my suggestion. If you have basil to make pesto, make pesto. So that would be my suggestion for you. Don't know if that helps or if that makes it harder because, you know, now you got to go make pesto because now I've made you crave it. Yeah, I like pesto quite a bit. It's nice for my pasta. Do I want to leave Mithra in front? Not really. I think I kind of want to put Interceptor in front. Totoro's okay. I don't mind Totoro kind of being, you know, chilling out in the back there because he needs the most experience out of anybody in our party. So if he ends up being the lowest level and I just end up using rare candies on him, I mean, it makes sense. He's the Pokemon in my party that needs to eat the most, so... You have leftover sauce. 1 pound is enough for 3 to 4 bowls of pasta. That's true, yeah. Yeah, so if you got that, that's good. Now you just got to figure out your protein, and then you'll be in good shape, I think. I'm going to take Stitch out of the party, because with these trainers and these fences here, he's just going to get stuck a whole bunch. So I guess we'll just wait until we get out into open road. And then maybe I'll take Littlefoot out, because then we'll be further inland, so... And we'll try to go, like, top to bottom here, basically, in this fenced-in area, before we move along to Route 14. Yeah, I don't know, man. This whole process of going through these routes, it's like, like I said before, it just feels like such a slog. I don't know. And it's like Marie and I were talking about earlier. That's why most people don't even bother with it when they play these games, because it's like, you either do this or you do Pokemon Road, and Pokemon Road's more entertaining. But, whatever. Use ground turkey when making your own pasta. Store-bought stuff has too much oil in it. Yeah, and I'm kind of sensitive to the oil, so it's difficult for me to just buy it in the store, you know what I mean? Because oftentimes there's just a lot of oil in it, and it just wrecks my stomach. I don't like it. End up having to take, like, a Tums for every meal for the next, like, 2 days. It sucks. Oh, boy. Of course, I said it was going to go top to bottom, didn't I? So let's go this way. Anything in here? No. Nothing in these bushes. Oh, wait, hang on. I got to see if I can catch him out here. Come out here, sir, so I can get that Pokeball without having to go around. You've seen it separate while cooking the sauce? Never again. Rather make it separate. Yeah, that would be gross if you... I mean, watching it just separate all the oil out. Ugh. It's like, okay, come on, you put too much in at that point. You guys need to chill with the oil. I don't want to be indebted to Tums and Papaya enzyme for the rest of my life, thank you very much. I'll send Stitch out. He could probably handle it with Interceptor, but let's not force him to beat up what could potentially be one of his brothers or sisters. Yeah, hence your desire to never buy from the stores again. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, he's getting angry. That's okay. I would say chill out, sir, but this is not chilled water, so... Probably, though, considering a lot of fire types have, like, they almost have internal heat sacs, basically, at least from what I understand about fire type anatomy. I don't know that much about it, but you'll read, like, Pokedex entries and stuff where they'll talk about their inner anatomy and everything, and they have, like, basically heat sacs that allows them to heat up the air around them, and that lets them use their fire type moves. If they have an internal heat sac, let's say Growlithe has an internal heat sac that allows it to use its fire type moves, that probably means that even though Scald is boiling hot water, it's probably not as hot as their internal heat sac, so it's still probably cold to them. But that's getting into Pokemon biology, and I'm no expert at that, so... I think they left. That's unfortunate, but well, they might drop back in again at some point. Maybe they'll drop in again when I do the stream next, and check and see if I have, if I actually do have Nintendo Switch Online. I'll check it after we're done. I don't know. I've just been operating off of the assumption that we just don't have it, so. Oh, good. We're on Route 14. So yeah, we'll be meandering back and forth between the two. We'll just go row by row. Because everybody in here is a trainer. It's ridiculous. Oh no, Oompa Loompa is still here. Thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate it. Through this slog of a route or 4. No, that's okay. No problem. No problem. You stay as long as you like. You talk as much as you want. I'm not gonna tell you you gotta chat once every 6 minutes to stay in chat. No, that's ridiculous. Like, I don't. I'm never gonna make any restriction or anything like that about it. So, because that's just silly. You talk as much or as little as you want. I'm just glad you're here. I appreciate you. Okay, so this should... I mean, we have a level advantage. It's super effective. If this doesn't one-hit KO, Flareon's thicker than I thought. And it's not, so... Twitch says there's only one person in chat, so one of us is a ghost. Oh, no. Oh, Twitch, what are you doing? Hey, Interceptor's level 47. Nice. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I would have preferred if they had less trainers on these routes and they just gave them more Pokemon, you know? Like, just give them, like, maybe put, instead of having 30 trainers, each of them having 1 or 2 Pokemon, maybe put, like, 15 trainers and give them each, like, 3. So that at least that way it feels like I'm doing something substantial while I'm running between towns. With this, it just feels like I'm interrupting myself, you know, every once in a while to stop and fight someone's one Pokemon and then keep going, but I don't know. I'm probably going to give Totoro a rare candy when he levels up again. Just so he can get a little bit of a level advantage over everybody else. He'll eventually lose it because, well, I really don't have to switch him in on a whole lot, but, you know. That's something I can actually talk about. I was thinking about this off-screen not too long ago. So in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they actually have the anime voice actors for Pikachu and Eevee do the voice acting for them to make them sound more like they do in the anime. And I know this is a big ask, Game Freak, because you'd have to pay a whole ton of voice actors to do like 2 lines for you. But can we get the anime voice actors for, you know, all of the Pokemon, please? Because, like, I mean, I get it. You changed the cries to make them sound more like wild cries, but when you have two Pokemon that sound like the anime, and then the rest of them sound like you took a MIDI file and upscaled it. Like, it just, I don't know, it feels out of place, I guess. One or the other feels out of place depending on, you know, what you're doing. I feel like the cries, not Pikachu and Eevee stuff, like, that's fine, but, I mean, that's because I grew up watching the anime, so to me that's fine. It may not be fine for other people, but to me that part's fine. And the MIDIs sound out of place. The cries that they have for the other Pokemon sound out of place. But, I mean, again, I know it's a big ask, but, like, I feel like I would prefer it if they just had all one or all the other and they didn't, like, hedge it like this, you know? So. But I don't know, that's just me. We've been on the whole second row, I think. This is just the third row. We haven't fought you yet. Maybe I'll just do this side of the fence, like, on this side of, like, where we found that golden pineapple berry, and then I'll go to the other side of the fence by going up and around. Oh, look, a Scyther. A bug catcher that actually has some halfway decent Pokemon. What is this? Yeah, I can kind of see what Cole was talking about, where he kind of saw the lizard section of Scyther, because, I mean, you look at its head, it has predator eyes. It doesn't look like a praying mantis, because praying mantises have, like, you know, these big eyes. They're like big circular eyes, but Scyther looks very angry all the time. But I don't know. Like I said, I always just look at the pincers and I'm like, okay, well, praying mantis. I don't think its arms articulate, though. Like, it looks like it has elbows, you know what I mean? Like, so the arms don't, like, snap back so it can just, like, completely, like, scissor jaw them and close them. Like put one arm around something and just close it. It just, when it cuts something, it probably cuts with both of its scythe-like pincers, which, I mean, I would imagine it probably gets, like, battle scars over time, because you're banging two things together that are basically like big chunks of metal. You know what I mean? Like, they'll fray over time, I would imagine. So. Twitch says there are two people now, so either it's fixed or someone joined. Okay, well, either way, welcome to all of you. Thank you for being here. For this, the least entertaining part of Pokemon Let's Go. Let's see. Something like that. I think you use both arms to eat in the anime so it could grab food. I mean, yeah, that's also possible. Yeah. So. Hey, Ghost Hand! Welcome. How you doing? We are on, like I was just saying, the least entertaining part of Pokemon Let's Go. We're doing routes 12 through 15. So how you doing? Welcome. I'm looking for things to talk about at this point, and I'm barely halfway there back to Fuchsia. I mean, it's not like my levels are too low. I don't even have to go here at the moment, but I'll do it anyway. There's coach trainers on each route, so it'll be worthwhile, I guess. Totoro's got to be almost at 47 at the moment. I probably shouldn't have switched him in on Eradicate, though, because his 200-something HP won't help him when he gets Super Fanged, you know? But, no, whatever. Eating a burger with fries, gonna down some beers later. Nice! Sounds like a good time, Ghost Hand. I would join you, but I'm... How far is it from here to where you are? Like, probably about 5,000 miles? I could join you in spirit, but I don't think we have any beer here either, so... I don't know the exact displacement there, so... I had a root beer float and a pizza earlier. That sounds pretty good. I haven't had a root beer in a long time. Oh, I can actually do something with this Golduck. I have Thunder Punch. And I can take this Surf. Just fine. See if this KOs. Almost! Just about. Probably a low roll. Oh, whatever. I'll switch in Littlefoot. That way we can kind of not have Totoro get too much extra experience, because I want him to be as close to the beginning of level 47 as I can, so the rare candy feels more worth it, you know? So. I think we still have burgers upstairs, though, when I think about it. They'd be leftover burgers, so it wouldn't be like I'm, you know, getting, making them fresh, but I still have them upstairs. We don't have any fries, though. I don't know. I got like an hour before I gotta figure out what I'm eating for dinner, so I'll figure it out eventually. We shouldn't really be hurting for Pokeballs or Great Balls or Ultra Balls by the time we're done here either, because we should have plenty of them, so. Let me see. I gotta heal... You definitely gotta heal Totoro up. Actually, I'm gonna use a Max Potion. Well, if I have to keep buying these Max Potions, at least then I'll have something to use my my excess money on, because I still have, even with buying 15 of them, I've still got like 230,000 Poke Dollars, so. Anything in here? Nothing in any of these bushes. Oh well. Yes, I already did. Again, I don't even know why that sign is there. Like, what they should have done is they probably should have had the sign on the other side and put the hidden item here, because that way you'd actually be going in route order. And it would make sense. Like, if you're coming in from the right, if you're coming in from the left, I guess it makes sense, but you're going in reverse route order then, so, like, why would you do that? I don't know. Any items here? New. Okay. Kind of want to try to get through this fenced area, and then I think I'm going to go use the restroom now that I think about it. Cole can entertain you fine folks for 2 minutes while I go use the restroom.
Right. I can try. I see you're still on this section.
Yep. We're almost out. There's like this trainer and then one more, and then we can leave, finally. So... When you don't know what to eat, you have a habit of cooking 2 potatoes in the microwave with salt and olive oil and down with some mustard and ketchup. Well, I mean, that will work. Yeah, that'll fill you up for a little bit. When I have no idea what I want to eat, I usually just grab a handful. I have like some mixed nuts over by my where my desk is over there. And so there's like almonds, cashews, pistachios, what else? Yeah, hazelnuts. And pecans, I want to say. I think those are the 5. I'd have to look at the packaging again. But yeah, that way it's like, okay, well, I don't know what to eat, but the protein will fill me up, and then I'll just grab something else. Like I also have a big thing of M&Ms over there that usually ends up complementing them pretty good. But I'll grab a piece of fruit or something like that. So I try to stay healthy as best I can. And having a halfway healthy snack over there helps out a little bit. So these 2 routes suck, but no one complains about them. Yet Route 217, the one with the deep snow and rock climb and the rock to evolve Eevee into Glaceon, is just sin, apparently, because these are options and 217 isn't. Yeah, I couldn't tell you why that is. I don't know. It's probably because no one does these routes, right? So nobody complains about them because nobody ever does them. You know, that worked pretty good against that Dugtrio. I think we'll have to keep that in mind for if we ever fight any more in the future. Wink, wink. Okay, Totoro's level 47 now, so that means I can feed him that rare candy. Alright. Let's give him a bit of a level advantage, that way he's, kind of caught up with everybody. He'll be higher than everybody else except Mithra now, but that's okay. Again, he needs so much experience to get his levels that it's I'm not really concerned about it. He also has over 2,000 CP now. CP, if I recall correctly, stands for combat power, by the way. It's just an overall view of their stats, basically. So. And I don't know what the maximum is, but I'm pretty sure we can't get it on any of the Pokemon we have in our party. There's a very specific Pokemon that has the kind of stats that they would need in order to be... base stats, rather, in order for their CP to be higher. So, and it's not our partner Pikachu, unfortunately. Okay. Once I go fight that other biker guy, we can get out of the hedge maze, and I'm gonna bring Littlefoot out of his ball, and then we'll go from there. I'm looking at you. Are you looking at me? And if you are, we gotta do a fight. Across the board, aka Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, and Manaphy? Oh. Yeah, I think that might be correct, although I'm not sure if Mew has the highest CP either in this game. Mew has 100 across the board as well. His evil twin brother is the one that I'm thinking of. I don't think that's a spoiler to anybody. These games have been out forever and everybody knows about them. But, well, just in case, I'll cover my tracks there. Because I think he has higher base stat total, or not higher base stat total, but higher base stats period than Mew does. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. I'd have to look. Evil twin brother. I mean, you're technically right. He doesn't get the kind of character development in this game that he gets in the movies, unfortunately.
Which saddens me.
Otherwise, we would have had to have seen him, like, you know, all throughout the game in order for him to get that kind of character development. Okay, well, we made it out of the hedge maze, or rather, just the maze in the hedges. Anything in here?
100% promise I'm not checking up on every single one of the 100 across the board. Yep, now feet too. Is 15?
Probably. So probably the item's done. It's in there, isn't it? Oh boy, I'm gonna have to go all the way around to get that. Okay, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick before we finish out Route 14 and do Route 15, and then I'll be right back, and then we'll go to.
Yeah, Victini has it too.
You know, Victini has 100 across the board. Oh, okay.
Across the board too.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'll be right back.
Have that too.
Yeah, Jirachi has it as well.
Let me just.
Can we just take over the stream real quick?
What's finally over, Murray? I mean, in the course of the time that I was upstairs washing the dishes and putting things away, I came back down and he was still on the route, and that's generally not a good sign when you're designing a route. That was like an hour. Oh my god, that did not feel like an hour. Christ. Let's see. Even 217 isn't that bad. Christ. I know they had like a certain name for the I think I distinctly remember 217, but I haven't played Diamond Pearl Platinum in a very long time, so it's been a long time. So 217, like, it's familiar, but I don't quite remember it. I'd probably see it and just like scream again if I ever had to go back and play through Diamond Pearl Platinum. Man, my brother is set up over here. It's so comfortable on this side of the couch. He's got like 2 blankets he's sitting on. He's got like 3 pillows. Oh, right. The deep snow. Oh, God. Oh, no. Yeah, that took me around 20 minutes, too. Just to get through it. Christ. How bad were the original 13 and 14? Just out of curiosity. Man, you are set up on this side of the couch. It's so comfortable over here, dude.
I know.
You can't set the other side up? You gotta leave me in the cold over there?
Well, I don't have enough pillows.
Bro, I have like 17.
Then go get one.
Alright. We were talking about terrible routes.
Oh, okay.
That route took you an hour, by the way.
That route took me an hour.
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy. Well, 12 and 13 took me an hour, and then part of 14. We're going to finish 14 now and then get to 15. These routes are garbage. I always hate them. It's like an hour. Even 217 isn't that bad. 20 minutes in Diamond, getting all items, fighting all trainers. Oh, okay. Isn't as bad as OG 13 and 14. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I swear to God, I always have my best thoughts when I'm in the bathroom. Like, usually in the shower, but I had another good thought while I was in the bathroom just now. When we eventually play Yellow for the stream, I think what I'm going to do is I'll still go to routes 12 through 15, but I will stop the stream. Like, I'll try to end it at a convenient spot where I'm like, well, now we're, ready to go to routes 12 through 15 to get to Fuchsia City or whatever, or we're doing it like we do it here where we're done with Saffron and we're going towards Route 19 to go to the sea. And I'll just, off-screen, I'll just go through the whole route, not pick up any items, and fight all the trainers, and then I'll come back to the stream. And we'll just go through the route with no trainers whatsoever. It'll be so nice because I'll have done all the busy work and we can just run through the route and appreciate it and not have to deal with all the interruptions along the way, So. But yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'm not 100% sure about that just yet, but we'll figure it out as we get a little closer. So. You literally come up with $1 trillion ideas in the bathroom or taking a shower, and then you're hit with how dumb they are. I know that feeling.
Some story writing ideas while I've been in the shower that I still use to this fucking day. I don't know what about the shower just turns the brain on.
It does. It's the solitude, I swear.
No, my favorite thing is like when you have an amazing idea when you go to sleep. And then, like, you wake up, you have the dream, and you remember it for a whole 5 seconds, start to write it down, but the minute you grab a goddamn pen...
It goes.
It's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
Like, brain. Bro, we just had something that could have made us millions, and that's the thing you forget? Can't forget about yesterday where nothing happened?
Gotta make room for the unending desire for you to need to use the restroom right now, sir.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh boy. Too dumb to do that. Trust you. Oh boy. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do that though with this route so that we can just go through it and not have to deal with all the trainers. It just seems like it would be better to do quality of life wise than. I mean, look at all of this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trainers on the screen right now, and this is a teeny tiny little area. Like, it's ridiculous. And they're all gonna have like 1 or 2 Pokemon that they're stopping me for. Like you're just putting these people in here for free experience, basically, Game Freak. Like, I don't need this. Oh, great. There's about a dozen trainers left. Well, I guess we better get to it then. Shouldn't we? You like to further your notes from the creepy stories you're working on? Oh, creepy stories. That sounds fun.
Hey, creepy stories, he said.
Cole, who browses the SCP Wiki daily.
I only look at, like, the titles now. I don't even read the entries, because, like, I've found some that are just so fucking good, I keep going back to them.
I didn't even need to use Zippy Zap. Why am I using it? I could have Thunderbolted. I'm still faster. Yeah, it basically is forcing me to grind. It's probably why I don't like these routes so much. It's like, hey, you want to see everything? You want to get to the coach trainers that have halfway decent moves? Too bad. Oh, well, this will be good practice for the next time we fight our rival. And it'll probably go exactly like this. Hello and welcome to Standing Up School. Wait. And you fail.
Here, hold this.
Oh god, we're gonna start quoting the SDF movies now, aren't we?
They're so quotable, though.
I'm so bored I'm quoting ASDF movies. Oh boy. At least in Sinnoh, fighting everyone filled up the deck so you could beat Cynthia and immediately go to the battle area. Yeah, and that's true, and I think that's something that was nice about, like, even though some of the routes that you would go on in some of the later games were like, okay, there's a lot, you know, these areas are a bit of a slog. Still, you could fill up the Pokedex with Pokemon that you've seen by fighting all the trainers, which is good, but here it's like, these are all Pokemon I've already seen or caught. So, like, what good are they? Tactical horror is your jam.
Tactical horror? Is that like
your story are basically offshoots of the SCP Foundation, focusing more on the agent's personal experiences during service and downtime. That sounds cool.
I like those stories a lot more, just because, like, when you focus on the horror element itself, like, sure, it's scary, it sends a chill up your spine, but, like, you look at a picture of this specific object, and it just kills everything in its way until it murders you violently. Cool, that's great, but, like, sometimes I want to see the human element behind that. I want to see, like, the horror of what agents are subject to seeing and forming in the field, and the reasons why they do that, and really forming a less of a darker gray background for the Foundation and actually putting humans in the shoes there. Like, oh yeah, this horrible thing happened. Let me tell you why this horrible thing happened and why we were forced to make this decision to save the universe.
That's fair. I know nothing about SCP, so I can't really say anything other than, yes.
The best way I can describe SCP very simply for you. A bunch of horrifying objects, some of them near unkillable and unavoidable, basically eldritch abominations in the human world, and then humans are doing everything in their power to contain Cthulhu. And some of them are only a matter of time before they end all of reality.
So the librarians.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck a librarian.
Okay, so you don't know what that is, but I don't know what the SCP is, but they're one is more horrifying than the other. The other one is played for laughs usually, but you know. That's why you love stories of highly trained special forces first contact with supernatural events. And that's a whole genre, isn't it? Like, I feel like it sounds like it's very specific, but I'm pretty sure they have a whole genre of books like that now, because it's one of those things that, like, it took off at one point, probably within our lifetimes, and then just sort of ended up being its own thing, you know? So.
Fucking 500-person static tube tank players apply for the main spots.
Oh my god.
What the shit? Yeah.
Like I said, that's like a whole genre at this point.
That's like a whole genre. It's really, it's like, it's got so much potential. Like, you could have a bunch of special forces people going into a situation they possibly don't understand, and then just like all the horror that happens just seems to generate from one stupid simple mistake, like some dumbass dipping into the occult arts just said the wrong word in Latin.
XCOM, except instead of the horror being from Cthulhu monsters, the horror is from the existential dread of knowing that you're going to lose at least one unit in the next battle.
Thank you, Cole. After said that, I'm great, man. There's some great SCPs out there, but there's some dumb ones curating for the wiki. Just really got the worst last 3 years. Yeah. Like, there's a reason I've never submitted anything to the SCP wiki. It's because the mods on there, as far as I'm aware, like from what I've heard, the people who criticize stories are brutal on that site because of all the shit that the main members have gone through over the years. Like, people who have come in and taken advantage of the system to get their things set up, people who have bitched and whined and refused to move. I don't want to go on there because when I write something, I want criticism, but I don't want criticism to the point where you straight up tear my idea down for being stupid. I don't think story ideas, in general, if you feel like it's a good idea, and this is only if you as a writer feel like it's a good idea to write something down, I feel like artistic intent should take over there. Like, sure, the execution might suck, but y'all know what I mean. I'm just saying, you shouldn't go for criticism at the core of a story. There's a lot more nepotism now. Jimmy? I'm bad at English, define.
Look it up.
I'm stupid, I have a phone in my hand. I'm sorry guys, I play Tank on 14, I have 2 brain cells.
Oh my god. What's the second one for?
Tank Busters.
What's the first one for?
Oh yeah, that's why that word seemed familiar.
There are 5 trainers before that patch of grass up there.
There's still 5 trainers.
I know!
God, this game. Let me out! Let me out!
Yeah, it's the opposite of that Eric Andre skit right now. Yes,
Five
and they are identical, yes. And this is what we were talking about earlier, where if the trainers could dress up in different outfits, this would be your perfect opportunity right here, Game Freak.
Like, bro, all you gotta do is give them access to, like, the hairstyles you can have as a trainer. Like, think about it. One biker has a mohawk, one's bald, one's got long hair, the other one's in a ponytail. It doesn't matter if they're all in the same outfit. Sometimes small shit can distinguish things. Ah!
Effort from Game Freak. Boy, what are we asking for? I know.
They could be worse.
I know what I'm asking for. It's not, not as likely.
Listen, at least they're consistent with their quality. And haven't gone into RMP transactions.
No, but they did go into, like, real money transactions. Pokeball Plus, we were just talking about earlier.
Consistent.
Okay, well.
Like loot boxes.
Yeah, don't give them any ideas.
I don't think they're that scummy of a company.
Game Freak stopped putting in effort starting with a 3DS era, at least effort in the things we want to see. Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know, like I said before, I think out of all of the Pokemon games, I think Black and White 2 are probably objectively my favorite, because it feels like the culmination of all of the good things in Pokemon, and it has its own set of diversions that make it so you can break up all the fighting, so it's not just fight after fight after fight, like this entire route section.
The only thing I didn't like about Black White 2 were some of the designs. Like, your rival literally has a fucking Christmas tree for hair. I hate that.
Wait, Hugh doesn't have a Christmas tree for hair, does he? I mean, he's got like
too, doesn't he?
He's got like a.
Or was it one of your buddies? I remember, like the first person you fight in Black and White 2.
I mean, he's got like an afro, but I don't think it's Christmas tree hair.
I'm looking this up now.
Is that his name, the rival in Black and White 2? I forget. I thought it was Hugh.
Hugh.
Is that his name?
Never mind, I'm stupid. I'm thinking of somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Maybe his sprite just looks like he's got a Christmas tree. So I also remember how they made those models to be ported for higher resolution quality and lost them.
Yeah.
Bro, don't even get me started on Sun and Moon. Don't even get me started. I love those games, but then they just kind of like fucked up everything I liked about them for Ultra Sun and Moon.
I don't know, man. I didn't like Sun and Moon all that much. If it wasn't for Let's Go, I wouldn't have liked a Pokemon game, like, a lot, since, like... Well, no, actually, I mean, I liked...
You should also probably still play the game.
Yeah, I should probably still play the game.
So we can get off this fucking...
For sure. I mean, I liked Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but I don't think I liked them as much as just the original Ruby Sapphire and Emerald, honestly. I mean, I liked some of the quality of life things they did with it, but I don't think I liked them as much as those. So, Let's Go I actually do enjoy, personally. But
Jesus Christ.
If it wasn't for Let's Go, I wouldn't have enjoyed a Pokemon game to this day since Black and White 2, because I haven't enjoyed the Mystery Dungeon series. I haven't enjoyed the main series.
Man.
Is there anything else at this point? I mean, they haven't really done a whole lot of spin-offs.
It's watching Jimmy slowly fall out of love for the Mystery Dungeon series, especially after like his experience with some of them.
Honestly,
cough. I can't remember the name of the game.
Honestly, though, out of all the Mystery Dungeon games, I only ever played like 2. I played Red or Blue Rescue Team, and I played Explorers of Sky. And honestly...
Man, those games hit different.
I really didn't... Okay, so the ending of Red and Blue Rescue Team kind of ruined the whole game for me. Because I hated how, at the end of it, it's like... Okay, so sorry, spoilers for anybody who hasn't played Red and Blue Rescue Team at all, but you spend the whole game being like, you know, I'm a Pokemon, and I was teleported into the Pokemon world. But eventually I'm going to have to go back to the human world, because that's where I was originally from. You spend the whole game under this assumption, okay, at some point we're going to figure out a way to send me back, and I'm going to go back. You go back before the credits roll. And then after the credits roll, you whine about some shit about, I don't want to go back. Like, you've spent 30 fucking hours under the assumption that, yes, I am committed, I'm going to go back to the human world and do what I have to do. This is fine right now, but eventually I have responsibilities elsewhere. And then you whine about it after the credits are over, and you end up back in the Pokemon world. It's like, what the fuck? You just...
Isekai paradox.
You just ruined the whole story. Why? Yeah, the Isekai paradox. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Like, and here's how you fix it, right? Okay, here's how you fix that whole problem.
You cut out the whining bit?
You send the main character back to the real world, and in the post-game, you play as the partner Pokemon. That's it! That's all you need to do to fix it. But no.
You should play those games for the stream at some point, so like this rant can be justified.
I feel like if I played Red or Blue Rescue Team for the stream, I would just have an aneurysm at the end of the stream through, and we'd have to take a week off.
Again?
Again, yeah. It would be like that other game all over again. But Explorers of Sky I did enjoy, actually, because the end of Explorers of Sky actually was... It was like they heard me complaining about the end of Red and Blue Rescue Team, and they fixed it. Because in the ending of Explorers of Sky, there's a legitimate reason for you no longer being in the world, and then a legitimate space magic, granted, but this is the game with Dialga in it. There's a legitimate reason for you returning to the world. So, I don't know, it feels like they fixed it at the very least, which is
different, dude.
Yeah, which is probably why I liked Explorers of Sky better than Red and Blue Rescue Team. I'm not even healing anymore. I'm just going from place to place at this point.
That's because you want to get off this route.
I do.
This is a GBJ.
Oh boy. I'm in gay baby jail. I want to be in gay baby jail.
So there's fucking 5 identical bikers and 1 roughneck. It seems like there should be like exchange, like 1 biker, 1 roughneck, 1 biker, 1 roughneck.
Well, this guy's supposed to be like the boss or something of it, I guess, but whatever. Do I
like
leave
6 or
Interceptor?
8 trainers left. Oh my god.
Yeah, because if after this part you go down to Route 15, because once we're done here and we see if there's anything interesting in the grass up there, we go to Route 15. And on Route 15, there's trainers on the south part and trainers on the north part, and you can cut to get to the north part.
You
so.
might want to just drop the game for now.
No, we'll get there. It'll only take us like another 15 minutes and we'll be done. Like this original story of Sun and Moon. Too bad they had to modify for Ultra Sun and Moon. Enjoyed learning about the effed up nature of Lusamine and her backstory. Yeah, I mean, that was alright, yeah. I don't know, I just... Something about the way that Sun and Moon, like, presented its gameplay and its mechanics, it just never really tripped my trigger, personally. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't like it either, so...
The one thing that struck me different about Sun
Hello,
and Moon...
Venomoth.
One thing that struck me different about Sun and Moon...
See, it's got the circle eyes.
Yeah, I know, like flip them around. One thing that struck me different about Sun and Moon's original story is it felt like there was, like, real progress. Like, this was a place with a developing Pokemon community.
Yeah.
And then you're the first person to walk in there and just Falcon Punch the champion.
Yeah, well, you became the champion.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, they didn't even have a champion. The professor was like, I guess I'll take over that for now until you become that. So.
Like, you save the world, you save a whole bunch of shit, and then you walk off and become the first Pokemon champion in your region. That hits different.
Yeah, and I guess that makes it feel a little bit more like a coming-of-age story, which is kind of nice. So, again, it never really tripped for me, but it wasn't bad, you know? I don't want to say it was bad, it just didn't feel the same for me. So. Before we get going into the discussion more, let's read Venomoth's Pokedex entry. The powdery scales on Venomoth's wings are hard to remove from skin. They also contain poison that leaks out on contact.
So it's an SCP.
It's also 5 feet tall.
Oh my god, it is an SCP.
Fig moth! Oh boy. Some of the hacks are better than the official games. Yeah, some of the hacks that I've seen have actually been pretty cool looking. It's just that they always get cease and desisted, which is pretty sad. Playing Blue Rescue Team hurt you, and then you catch the story beats for Time, Darkness, and Sky, and you cry harder because you see it coming. Yeah, but I know. I mean, it feels kind of like they took the story beats from Red and Blue Rescue Team, and they just kind of developed them a little bit more in... I didn't take Littlefoot out of his ball. In Time, Darkness, and Sky, which I guess is kind of why I appreciated it, because I liked some of the story beats. It's just that, some of the cases, it just... The ending, really, was the only bad part, really, for me, so... Adrenaline orb sucked and you hated that. From SOS chaining. Might want to just drop the game for now. So it's just some things were locked behind SOS, like Marini or the low-level Salamence you can get while chaining Bagon. Yeah, you can get like a level 8 or something Salamence if you chain Bagon. So that's pretty ridiculous. Okay, Route 15's over here. I'm going to go top ways first, and then we'll go bottom ways. Now, we'll be good. We'll be almost out of here pretty soon. So.
Give an explanation, like, Time, Shadow, and Sky hit like
Time,
the ending of
Darkness,
a...
and Sky?
Yeah, that. They hit like the ending of a Yakuza game, man. That was like a baseball bat to the face.
What'd you find, Littlefoot? Imagine the shit show if Pokemon were actually real, if the exploitation of regular animals is already fucked up. Yeah, people would be up in arms about it, that's for sure.
I don't think y'all understand. If I had a Salamence for myself, I would die for that thing.
Okay, so coach trainer over there. Anything else over here?
Then again, I dare somebody to fuck with me if I had a Salamence with Hyper Beam. Oh, you screw with me? I could just erase your house.
We would all need to be like cartoon characters at that point, though, because like, what if we get hit by like the blast radius of a Hyper Beam and we just drop like we just fly into a wall, break our spine, and die? Like
imagine like a game like a Pokemon game where certain moves are too destructive and they're limited, so the TMs for them are illegal.
Oh, good
You
lord.
have to get them from like a black market in one of the games.
So that sounds like one step further than Pokemon Coliseum, which I always thought Coliseum was a really interesting twist on the way that normal Pokemon worked, because the criminal organization felt criminal, which was really cool, and it felt like you were kind of doing stuff that was only slightly legal. It was a loophole almost in some cases. And I always thought that was so cool. And then they never did anything else with it. Ugh! Have you read the Pokemon Adventures? Pokemon World is dangerous. Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't even have to read the manga to know. It's pretty crazy.
Just read the Pokedex, bro.
Yeah, I could just read the Pokedex, yeah, in a lot of cases.
Imagine just, like, seeing an entire legion of Venomoth just on migration. You would be running for your life.
It's just like those locust swarms in real life.
Like,
oh my god.
You just look at a Venomoth, you're like, how could this thing be so cute but murder me at the same time? It's like one of those poison dart frogs.
You wouldn't want to pick up a poison dart frog. Pick up a tarantula instead.
You wouldn't want to pick up a Venomoth.
Let's circle. I mean, yeah, but let's circle back on our topic here to talk about the tarantulas we were talking. Hey, a Venonat. I already got one of those.
Speaking of Venomoth.
Hey, TM47 Surf. Nice. Okay, so here's my plan. Right, we went across the top of the route there. I'm gonna go down the bottom, and we're gonna go all the way back to the coach trainer, and then we'll end up in Fuchsia, and we'll be done. So, and we'll be practically level 50 at that point, so we'll be ridiculously overpowered. But I tried. I tried to not be, and the game said no. It's just a bunch of literal children running around without supervision. Can you imagine the size of this disaster in the making?
All it takes is one kid saying flamethrower the wrong way.
Uh-huh. Property damage. Oh boy. You know what though? It is kind of, I'm thinking about like when I get towards the end of episodes, I always start to think about, okay, what am I going to name this episode? And it's kind of a shame that we caught Zapdos in this episode. And the reason why, Cypher was a terrorist organization. They literally kidnapped an entire town, had their grunts mimic the townsfolk, imprisoned them in an underground bunker. Then the grunts were mimicking the townsfolk, so they literally had an entire city as a base of operations. I'm right there with you, Marie. I'm right there with you. Oh my god, if they would have kept going down that avenue, it would have been so cool. Because they could have still had the main games, and they could have had the, here's the Pokemon game for the kids that played Pokemon back in the day and they grew up, and this is a more mature story. You know. Well, yeah, but Lavender Town is only like subtly more. It has subtlety to the fact that it's a little bit more mature. Whereas Coliseum is right in your face about it. It's not afraid of being right in your face about it either.
DX was, like, I don't think you understand. Half the reason I played the Coliseum games was because of Mirabee's theme.
I mean, yeah. And, you know, it's kind of funny, though, because it's like, okay, why haven't they let Genius Sonority develop any more Pokemon games since they made, you know, Coliseum and XD, and a lot of people enjoyed those games. Like, I think they should let them develop another one. But then again, it's probably kind of a similar situation to, like, Obsidian with developing a Fallout game. Like, Bethesda doesn't want to give Obsidian the rights to develop another Fallout game at this point because they know that when they made New Vegas, everyone enjoyed it more than most of the Fallouts they had made before that. So they were like, oh, if we let them develop this, we might lose the rights to this game. I don't know if we should do that anymore. So.
Do not read chat out loud. Do not.
Oh my god. I shouldn't be laughing at that, but I can't help it.
So, did you get your parking spot reserved in hell yet? You just did.
Yeah, well, if I didn't before, I just got my bumper sticker for it. Oh my lord. It's just the point in the stream that we're at because of what we're doing here. Oh yeah, that was what I was gonna say. It's too bad that we caught Zapdos.
So sorry.
No, it's fine, Ghost Dad. It's fine. No big deal. I just won't read it out loud. That's all. Yeah, it's too bad that we caught Zapdos at the beginning of this because if it was just us fighting through routes 12 through 15 for like the entire stream and then being like, finally we're done, we go to Fuchsia City for 5 minutes, then we end up on 3 more routes full of trainers, although it's water, so it's a little different. I could have just called this entire episode Root Canal and been done with it. Bam! There's my pun. Slap it on the table. We're done.
Bro, this entire journey so far, it's like getting a root canal.
Well,
like,
that's why I'm.
Zapdos is the little bit of morphine they give you.
Yeah, actually, Zapdos was really easy to catch by comparison. Like, I got it in like 5 Ultra Balls, so... That was the countdown from 10 part before they anesthetized you.
So you can still use the title.
Maybe. I might still name it that now that I think about it. Oh boy.
You mean all of us slowly losing our minds because of how repetitive this is? At the dentist, root canals are really a matter of what tooth you're doing. Wait, what?
Yeah, they want to, speaking of root canals, I guess I can kind of tangent off of that. We have to call, by the way, about our appointment so we can reschedule it.
I'm not looking forward to my next dentist appointment.
We're going to do that probably on Tuesday. We're going to call and reschedule our appointment so that it doesn't interfere with my vocational training. But they want to take out my wisdom teeth finally. Now, they're not bugging me at the moment, but they're a little concerned that eventually they're going to bug me. So
yeah, about that.
At some point, I may come to the stream and be like, actually, I should play Plants vs. Zombies for that specific stream, so that I just completely sound exactly like Crazy Dave.
You should do subtitles for that.
That would be hilarious. Oh, man.
Bruh, I'm not looking forward to my next dentist appointment because with every passing year, I can feel my wisdom teeth acting up more and more.
See, I only had one wisdom tooth actually come in. The other one's like a Siamese head, basically, on the other side of my mouth. And then the two on the bottom never came in. They're actually sitting inside of my gums sideways. So they're afraid that eventually those two on the bottom are going to, like, impact my teeth on the bottom, and that's why they want to take them out. But they also want to take out the other two while they're at it. So it's like...
You can't take...
Yeah, because you got to take... Yeah, you got to take them all out, basically, so...
Listen, if I get my wisdom teeth, I'm just getting them all out, and I'll just stuff them for, like, 6 months.
Did some root canals on children, and boy, that would be a comparable situation. Oh, dear God, yeah, that sounds awful. Never got them removed because they won't come in properly. Generally indicate the removal of wisdom teeth if it's either affecting the rest of the arc or are causing pain. Okay, so probably they're thinking that it's going to affect the rest of the arc then, because they're not causing me any pain. I can't speak for Cole. His wisdom teeth might be causing him pain. But for me personally, they're not causing me any pain at all. It's just that they're... Potentially, they could definitely impact the rest of the arc based on the way that they're shaped in there. Or not shaped, but pointed.
Let me give you an idea of how much my wisdom teeth bug me. I can feel the bottom of 2 of them at the top of my mouth.
Yeah, I would want to get those out, actually. I'd be like, no, take them out right now.
It's not like I don't want to. It's the visual part that gets me about the surgery. Like, sure, put me under, knock me out, take out 4 of my teeth, but I'm going to be a balloon for, like, weeks. I will never be able to leave the house. I will die of embarrassment if somebody sees me, dude.
Yeah, but you don't leave the house anymore.
Did you forget about that part where I'm going to work in 2 months?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you could wait to get the, the stuff done until you get done at work. Got like 2 that are half in, 1 that's in, 1 that barely came in at all. Okay, yeah, so we're in kind of similar situations, so. Their eruption process can shove the rest of the arc, although it would be better to allow them to erupt a little, at least get better access to it for the removal. Yeah, and that's the one that's in the back right corner on the top right of my mouth is like that, because it actually did. It erupted out, unlike the one on the top left, because the one on the top left is the little teeny tiny one that never actually went anywhere. But the one on the top right actually did. It erupted out, and it's about where, hang on, let me feel. It's a little further up in my gums right now still than the rest of the teeth back there, than my molars back there. But they're concerned that eventually it will come out too far, and it'll basically it'll make it so that I end up with a bunch of plaque problems potentially over there, or it'll impact the arc of the rest of my teeth on the top or the bottom. So it's justified for why they want to take them out, and I will allow them definitely to take them out once I get the consultation on it and everything. It's just,
The only thing I'm concerned about, in terms of teeth, aside from my wisdom teeth, is that my one back molar, the gum is up too high, and I can actually feel the water getting near my roots if I drink it.
Yeah, you need to tell them, hey, what do I need to do to get this stuff out? Because that sounds like you need to get that done like ASA now.
Yeah, I don't take very good care of my teeth. That's a lie. I take good care of my everything. Sometimes my teeth just hate me.
Regardless if they're submerged, the best way is to take an x-ray in order to have a notion of the position and the size of the tooth. Yeah, and I think I still have the x-rays. I think I just need to, talk to them about getting a consultation, because they said if you want to get them out, we just need to do a consultation on it, and then we can schedule the surgery for
I
it.
never
So
thought a stream would get so boring. We'd start talking about possible dentist appointments we have in the future.
oh boy,
Right. I guess you and me are going to be both getting our wisdom teeth out at the same time.
probably. I mean, if we carpool there for our regular appointments anyway, it would make sense for us to get them out at the same time.
Damn.
There's one trainer left, though. We're almost done. We just got to beat this coach trainer. And Bigfoot is hit 49. Let's see. Let's give Emery this, and then we'll save, and then we'll... Yeah, it will. It'll be over. I'll be done, and then we'll be able to head off to unknown lands after that. So, let's see. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's just
get
save
to the
real quick.
gym, and you're just like, you like stumble, and you're like...
I just crawled through 8 routes to get to you.
And crawled through 8 routes, specifically to challenge you.
But at the end of the road is our ultimate reward, which is this coach trainer that I probably could have just gotten to by fighting about 3 trainers and then been done.
We don't do things the easy way on this stream channel.
Nope. Evidently not. Yeah, this stretch of Kanto is the Forgotten Badlands, for sure. For sure, absolutely. This place is hell. I'm almost out of flamethrowers. It's okay, though.
That should be a good indication of the kind of a nightmare we've been through. You're almost at a...
I mean, I haven't been using basically anything else on Interceptor, so it makes sense, but, you know.
crunch.
Probably gonna have to switch him out of the front pretty soon because we're gonna be fighting water types primarily for the next 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 19, 20, 21. 3 routes. Next 3 routes will be fighting primarily water types. So hope you're gonna be enjoying that. Although we've pretty much got our highest level Pokemon are, you know, well prepared for the water types that we'll be fighting, so it's not really a big deal. But yeah, I wanted to go to this route anyway, just to fight this coach trainer because of what she gives you, the TM that she gives you. Because it's another one of the elemental punches, which will be rather nice for Totoro there, so that he can use it in case I need to
I'm sorry, Ghost Hand, but I'm
throw
going to
some
throw up now.
hands. What's worse than doing a root canal, draining an abscess, mayo and ketchup as your teacher said? Oh, dear God, yeah, that sounds gross. Imagine doing a set of roots and you only have an Aerodactyl and you need to be efficient with ethers and elixirs. And you still need to keep some so you have them for the league. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, we now have a Pokemon in our team that is as high of a level as the highest level Pokemon that a gym leader has before the Elite Four. Am I dead yet?
Here, let me kill you.
Oh my God.
Hold on, it gets better.
What the hell? So anyway, for finishing this whole thing out, even though I could have just come here in like 3 trainers and done it, we get TM31 Fire Punch. Now we just need Ice Punch, and we'll have all 3. Perfect.
Now you can just put them on a physical attacker, and then you'll have all the punches.
I have Totoro for that, so that will work out for us. Let's go down here and see if the grass has anything interesting. That's just an oddish. You can encounter interesting things here. There's like Tauros and Scyther in this particular version are available. Tauros is available in either one, but Scyther's available in this one, Pinsir's available in Let's Go Eevee. There's another Venomoth. And that's it. I didn't see anything else in the grass. I'm done. Let's get the heck out of here. We'll go back into Fuchsia. We'll heal up, and then we'll stare out at the ocean for a little while. Until the next stream. Alright, Ghost Hand, we'll see you in a minute. Hopefully we'll still be live when you get back. Yeah, Fire Punch isn't too bad. It'll help out. Like I said, I'm basically just gonna switch up Totoro's 3rd move slot between each of the elemental punches as I need them, so.
Kangaskhan, the baby. Another one of my favorite Pokemon.
Like I said, I was planning on using one of them
Man,
for
not
the stream,
whole, like,
but
Pokemon in real life thing, that's like in my headspace. Imagine owning a Sandslash.
I would love it, even though I'd probably never be able to touch it because I'd accidentally touch its claw and get chopped to small bits.
That's why you just put Evolite on it.
Oh my God.
Just keep it a Sandshrew.
Just keep it a Sandshrew forever, yeah.
No,
I mean, his claws are still pretty sharp. I don't know if you've looked at those,
but
but
to be fair, when he rolls around, he can't cut your string cords.
it's true. It's true, because he's a nice circular ball. He is an orb when he rolls around. Oh, I'm
Well,
not here
I
to
know
sell.
this is probably not a good time, but your settlements is destroying the backyard.
Is he digging again? I swear, I didn't ever teach him that TM.
Everybody has an argument. If they don't, I would.
I'm not going to buy hyper potions again. We'll probably just buy max potions after this, because we're starting to get to the point where our HP is going to be too high for hyper potions to heal all of it. So I'll just buy max potions instead. Oh, I got an awakening I need to sell as well. Sandslash is Mechasonic spin dashing at the top of the Sky Sanctuary. I mean, that's not wrong. And if you get him as the Alolan version, he even kind of looks like... Well, actually, no, the Alolan version can't spin dash, so...
Ah, yes, my favorite Sonic character, Cold Steel the Hedgehog.
Oh my god. We had to bring that into this, didn't we?
Listen, I cannot tell
Haven't
you,
we suffered enough today?
there is no such thing as too much.
Oh my god. Okay. Now that we've bought all of our supplies, and I'm slurring my words, let's go to the Pokemon Center. We'll heal up.
Homie, I think you just need a drink of water and another nap.
Yeah, I probably will need another nap after all of this.
Isn't it nice that we can just nap in silence?
Hmm.
I don't need to worry about people drop kicking down either of my doors now.
Hmm.
We already doing sanity.
Back to it. Yeah, we went from sanity to insanity. We wrapped back around to sanity, and then we continued past that to insanity again.
You want to talk about insanity? Mom walked in while I was doing call-outs at one point, and she saw the side of the Discord. Everyone else was muted except for Inari, so there I am talking to myself, and she's like, "Why are you talking to yourself?"
Oh man,
That was a weird thing to have to explain. I literally...
That's fine.
I just, like, she said, "Why are you talking to yourself?" And then I just, like, told Inari, handle callouts for a second. I muted myself, and I had to explain it to her while listening to callouts.
Oh my god. Okay, so where do we go from here? So we've taken care of the slog. So now, after this, we're going to head out to Route 19 and Route 20, which will take us past the Seafoam Islands. We'll just have to make our way through there, no big deal. And we'll continue past Route 20 to Cinnabar Island. Once we get our gym badge from there, we can head all the way up Route 21, get another one of the elemental punches, because there's a coach trainer over there that has Ice Punch, and then we'll be all the way back in our hometown. So then we can head back to...
There's only 2 areas left to discover on the map.
Yep, and 1 gym badge, which is probably here in Viridian. Hopefully they unlock the damn door by the time we get there. Good lord, it's been locked the entire game.
Gee, I wonder why the door's locked. It's such a mystery. It's not like everybody in here has played Gen 1 or something.
Oh, I see an item. There's also, I think, a swimmer or 2 here on the beach, but I just want to show something real quick before we end off the stream, because I think it's interesting. So, you've seen me use Sea Skim so far with Mithra, and we'll surf on the surfboard there. But, in addition to that, if you have either a Lapras or a Gyarados in your team, and you use Sea Skim, something different happens. So we're going to show that off real quick. Stitch, you can take a quick rest real quick. And we'll probably also show Lapras, but basically you want to do this. So now, yeah, it'll tell you, you can actually ride on their back if you use Sea Skim. So now if we use Sea Skim on the water here, well, you'll see.
No, this is the lock-picking lawyer.
So yes, we can actually ride on Lyra, and she's to scale! Look at that! Look how big she is!
That's fucking terrifying. Imagine me doing your laps like you're some Olympic swimmer in the Pokemon world. Here comes some dumbass doing the gym challenge.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the point. Gyarados is supposed to look terrifying.
Lens flare eyes going through the water. Get back to your house. Honey, how was your swim? I've never swam so fast in my life. The solution is Gyarados.
Oh, boy. So yeah, that's what Lyra looks like when we have her, you know, hang out on the wall. Let's put Lapras in our party so I can show you that one, and then we'll call it a day. Yes, a lot better than the surfboard, I agree. And frankly, I'm kind of disappointed in a little bit that I didn't get to use either Gyarados or Lapras in my team, but they just didn't really have a spot in the team, honestly. I mean, Gyarados would have worked okay because it has that secondary flying typing. Lapras would have made me have, I think, too many weaknesses to rock types, if I remember right. No, it was a weakness to something. I forget what it was. Or maybe it just wasn't enough resistances to certain things. Like maybe it was no resistances or only 1 to fire types. But yeah, using either Lapras or Gyarados to surf is a lot better than being on the water with the surfboard. So if you want to use one of them, I would say use it in Let's Go so that you have the capacity for this, because this is much better. A rare example of care and passion. Well, there's a few of those in this game, Ghost Hand. I've tried to show the particular cases where they actually put in the effort as I go through the playthrough, because, you know, it's I don't know. It's important to show where they actually do put the effort in, because they get this reputation, well earned in a lot of cases, that they don't put in the effort to actually do certain things. So, trying to show where I can, where they actually did put in the effort. But now I'm going to stare out at the ocean and contemplate my existence, because I've had a hell of a day, and that's going to do it for today's episode of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu the Stream Edition. Come back next time, where we still have 3 more routes worth of trainers to go through before, actually it's only 2, before we make it to the next gym. But that one will be broken up by us going to the Seafoam Islands. Will we be able to take on Cinnabar Island's gym and get our 7th gym badge? Or will we have to deal with a flash freeze beforehand? Find out on the next episode, which will be happening sometime early next week, probably Monday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I will post the schedule up as soon as I get the description and everything done for this particular episode, just like I usually do for next week. But for now, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I will see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be sometime next week, probably Monday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, take care, have a good one, and for God's sake, go take a nap, because if you endured this entire episode with me, you and I are both gonna need it. See what I mean? I'll just let him sit there for a little bit. Snore louder, they can't hear you. There.